Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I just want to start this video in continuation of my previous conversation, and which I discussed about Tinubu and got obstructed by the Facebook. Now, I want to just finish this point. This point I want to make is this: Tinubu and his game and his political interests, and using the head of Igbos to say that the Afenifere's daughter that was murdered by Fulani herdsmen were done by Evans. The kidnapping was done by Evans. There is no cattle there. Nobody saw cattle. All the people that have been adopting, are they carrying cattle to adopt them? That's one question I want to ask. Number two question is this: the systematic way and the method of adoption is well known now, very well. Everybody knows what the Fulani men and their leaders are doing, their strategies, the way they function, the way they work. They always work in this manner. They come in, they block your car from the road, they stay from front and the back. Once you start going back, they shoot you from the back. When you are going from front to go, if you don't pass the front, you get hooked up at the middle. This systematic method was the same way they shot this woman. Was the same way that the eyewitness on the ground on the death of Afenifere's daughter, that it was obviously, and the report made by his brother in the police station, and the report also made by his family and her family as well. All of these reports indicated that it was actually Fulani herdsmen that killed that lady. Now, I will not be surprised about the hatred that we have in that contraption called Nigeria. And I want to stress something very, very important. Our people should be conscious of this. Anytime it attracts or becomes an issue of BIAFRANS, it becomes sacrifice for the whole nation, for the whole fraudulent nation, contraption and a demonic company called Nigeria. Now, you see from time to time when there is a problem, and when that problem gets heavy, if they want to solve that problem, the next thing they will do is they will use the head of our sisters and our brothers to do what? To reconcile. They have reconciled from time to time, from one period to another. Consistently, they have reconciled with our name, the BIAFRANS in general. When Afenifere's daughter was killed, Tinubu played the same politics. Let's blame the Igbos. Let the blame goes to the Igbos. Let the war go to the BIAFRANS. Let the blame goes to the BIAFRANS. And this is when you see them, they use it politically, they politicize it immediately, and they use it against us. And these have been continuing from time to time, that we have to come to our senses and know that, yes, it's true we cannot trust these Yoruba people. But there is a son of Yoruba land who is not even interested in protecting their own people, but is interested in political power, in being a president, as a result of being a president, using our head to reconcile. That is Tinubu for you. Tinubu wants to use us to reconcile with the Afeniferes and with the Fulanis. That is the game he's playing. So that anything that happened, they will kill our people. They will not kill their people, but today they are in their villages. They are in their land. They are in their remote areas. They are doing vigilante in their land. Tinubu, what have you said about the vigilante they are doing in your land? Tinubu, have you sent federal might to go and crush them in your land that are using your land, extorting people now, stopping people and questioning people and asking them identity in your land, the Fulani that doesn't have identity? Can you see that you are mad, Tinubu? I want this message to get to Tinubu. Any means I can get to Tinubu, let it get to Tinubu. Tinubu, you have this message from me. Tinubu, you have failed to provide infrastructure for your land. You have failed to provide job. Your youth are sarcastically messed up in Lagos. Your youth are devastated in the extent that there is no job. The people that are educated in your land are all out of your land. The people that are remaining are the people that are staying in every kiosk and every bungalow in Lagos. The Oluwale, the Agboros, which are loyal to you. Is this your Oluwale and Agboro ideology that you want to use to rule a country that is devastated to this level? Look at Fry Empire, Sipano. Look at Fry Port, see burning. Mad people. Tinubu that have lost his senses, that have lost his mind, that have never made a correct judgment, that have not made any judgment in respect of or any form of trying every possible means to do what? To protect the interests of her own people. Tinubu never protected the interests of the Yorubas. Tinubu never protected the interests of the politics, or let's say the needs of the Yoruba land. The Yoruba land are devastated. Yoruba is going backwards every day. Yoruba people are going backwards every day. Uneducated people are rising everywhere. In Lagos, there is not even hope that the next 20 years that the level of population that have expanded in Lagos can be accommodated in only Lagos. There is no planning for this. He was a governor in Lagos. There is no planning to plan or reconstruct Lagos in a very good place to expand it to the other regions. That will be what we call expansion of population, creation of infrastructure in those expanded areas, creating estate housings, blue collar families will get a job in those areas and will live in those areas. People will expand. Tinubu failed as a governor, and only what he achieved as a governor in Lagos State was to recruit hooligans in every part of the streets in Lagos. Forceful illegal tax demand, embargo on Igbos that are living in Lagos, on increment of housing and rent, control of resources in the market and taxes in the market, which are all coming from the Igbos, from the Biafrans in general. Tinubu is a failure like Ojos or Carlo, who achieved nothing but to loot the treasury of Abia State when he was governor. Under the same Nigeria that many people have hoped to save, Tinubu came out as a man that was completely chimpanzee and a lunatic animal that believes in shepe, that believe in ogogoro, that believe in no development but believe in religious bigotry, tribalism, stupidity, taxation, illegal taxation. That guy is one of the biggest criminals in Nigeria. And he believed in hooliganism. This is his ideology. You know, when you see a man believing in hooliganism as an ideology, as a method of existence, he is a complete hooligan by nature. Tinubu have failed to provide the needs of the Lagosians. Tinubu have failed to protect the interests of his constituency in the federal government in Abuja. Tinubu, who is the one who said that electricity will exist, will come, everything will be good in the administration of Muhammad Buhari, he forced Yoruba people to join APC. When Yoruba people had their own party, they were winning with their own party, 7 states. Tinubu have made sure that he disgraced Yoruba in federal house today. That Tinubu is a party chairman or party secretary or whatever he is in APC or whatever juggernaut or nonsense or stupidity he is in the field of the tyranny of the APC government. He has failed to provide security for his land. Today his land is a land that has been taken over by the Fulanis. They have formed vigilante groups in every part of Yoruba land. And you can see that the tyranny that is existing in Yoruba land today, the abuse of individuals, rural areas, mothers, parents, the abuse in their land have risen from 2% to 65%. Tinubu, you are welcome in your One Nigeria APC government. Tinubu, today your people have no pride. The leader, the daughter of the leader of your own nation, Oduduwa, your own region, was killed. You couldn't demand for the right of that lady that died. And you say you want to become a president in the name of Yoruba and in your stupid zoning that you usually do, all of you people. You were saying that where are the cattle? They are not Fulani people that are killed. That was the message he was giving. That the people that committed this atrocity, that killed this lady, their Feri's daughter, is not Fulani herdsmen, that they are Igbos. That is the logic Tinubu was making. Tinubu, you must be ashamed of yourself. Tinubu, you must not play politics with everything, because you will reap what you sow. Your land will reap what they sow if they don't stand up now. Advocate for Biafra exit. Mayhem is coming for you people. If you people do not stand to fight for Afenifere, to protect your indigenes, and to fight for Biafra, to protect the lives and property, the rights of the people that have been massively killed from one generation to another, you people will get a cost that will never be forgiven. Your generation will face it. They will be highly devastated. Oh, shalom. I know what is coming before these people, they don't know. I feel what is coming before them, they don't know. They want to use Igbos to do politics of collaboration and reconciliation. The reconciliation that they have done from one time to other, to use the head of the Igbo man, the blood of the Igbo man, the hair of an Igbo man, to reconcile together, to come together, to make one Nigeria. What they have built today have devastated the mankind in that region. What they finally achieved was to establish ISIS in West Africa. That is what Tinubu and co achieved. They achieved setting up Mayati Allah, giving them 100 billion and more money coming from windows and doors. They achieved arming Fulani herdsmen and inviting them from all parts of Africa to come to Nigeria to get their own country. That Nigeria is their country, is their gift. It's what they have. They made sure that they send these Fulani herdsmen from all look and corners to be killing people, to dominate territories. That is what they achieved. They made sure that they brought autocratic system of government, dictatorship. The communist regime is more even better with what we are seeing in Nigeria today. That Boko Haram have taken #1 in the world. Boko Haram have taken #1 in the world. #1 terror organization in the world. That we are asking, what is going on? What is going on Nigerian government is financing Boko Haram, financing Mayati Allah. When they finance Mayati Allah, how wouldn't they finance Boko Haram? They say they paid Fulani herdsmen because if any research finds out that they're giving them money, they say we pay them for them to stop killing people, because they knew that the world is monitoring the money and financial transactions flowing in the system. The world knows what is happening. That is why they said we have paid Fulani herdsmen not to kill people. How should you negotiate with Fulani herdsmen when you are supposed to fight them, flush them away? You said clamp down of IPOB, you proscribed IPOB. Why couldn't you proscribe Fulani herdsmen, Tinubu? These institutions, these terror institutions have been what you have instituted from one look and corner of the zoological, damnable, zoological, lunatic and diabolic, demonic failed state. That is what Tinubu achieved. Tinubu achieved the collapsing of bridges in Lagos. Tinubu never achieved nothing. Tinubu achieved Fulani herdsmen adapting Yoruba people in Ibadan Expressway. That is what Tinubu achieved. Let this message get to Tinubu. Tinubu, you have this space of flogging from me, and I will keep the record straight, and I will tell you the truth, that you have failed in every ramification. During the election of Jibril for the second time, who never even have WAEC certificate, never had any qualification to run as, never even a citizen of the damnable zoologic nonsense called Nigeria. You use bullion van to share money in Lagos to which people? To those hooligans that was erupting the whole polling booth in Lagos, stopping the Igbos to vote in Lagos. That was what the money did. Who are you? Do you think we don't have eyes? Do you think that IPOB is sleeping? Do you think that our leader is sleeping? Do you think that we are not working? Do you think that we are mad people? Do you think that we don't see you? All you achieved was to come and share money to all the leading Abro, hooligans, miscreants, all of them in Lagos. You paid them with bullion van. To do what? To erupt and disrupt all the elections that are going on peacefully. And today, this is the mayhem you brought to your land. You paid for your people to be enslaved, for you to be a president. You are welcome. You are welcome. It is very good pleasure to see you arrive in this scene and this magnificent, confinable and relaxable and very, very dignified period of time of your generation over the peace, the little peace your people shared. You have destroyed your people and made them not to have eyes to see today, and made them not to have ear to hear, and made them to be confused. Many of them are confused. Look at, now your brother is arrested. So you tell me that you are not behind it? We know you are also behind it, because it is APC government whom you are top leaders of APC. How dare you tell me that you don't know about the Sowere's arrest? How dare you tell me you don't know that Sowore should be arrested? How dare you tell me that you, because of your political ambition, you want to destroy every person in your land? You are planning to arrest Fani Kayode. You are planning to. You have restored Emi in Lagos so that you people will run a systematic takeover of power. Hooliganism continues. Aburo and ganja weed government will continue. And you wants to be the president of the same damnable madness called Nigeria. What is the hope of your children tomorrow to come to that place to be protected? What is your hope? Is your hope that your children will come to your land to have rest, to believe in themselves, to share up the land they were born, will not be protected.
When they came
Thank you so much for calling.
Hello.
Welcome. You speak.
Yeah. I want to chip in a little to the discussion. I've been watching now, so I think I have captured the point of discussion. BATE Allah is being financed by federal government, Fulani-led federal government.
Yes.
Boko Haram financed by Fulani-led federal government.
Yes.
The one that called ourselves Mark Ban.
Yes.
Fulani-led federal government.
Yes.
There is a new coalition of Fulani that came out lately.
Yes.
These are all organs of Fulani-led federal government.
Yes.
You know, when we are discussing some of these issues, we must call a spade a spade. We know that DSS is chasing pursuing everybody. Showore is in detention now. He committed no crime.
Yes.
Showore is an innocent man wanting to reposition Nigeria.
Yes.
And some of us are even criticizing him. I'm against that. So Biafrans are saying Showore is this and that and that. You might want to shut down the system for a new one to come on board. And if you want Biafra, this system must end first. In fact, if this system ends, it will be easier for us to get Biafra. Showore is there now. The same way they detained Awolowo before the war. The only thing we will do is we will not go into Showore matter wholesale, but we will support him. Let him do it. Let him bring out Yoruba people to do his own. Let us see how far they can go. On the other hand, the area of Fulani herdsmen, like when we talk about Biafra, some persons can say, do your Biafra thing, don't near me, I'm doing my business. When we talk about research, some can say, we are comfortable with this structure that we are in now. We don't want problem. But when we talk about Fulani herdsmen, if you say it does not concern you, they cut off your head. They are closing in on us. This is not Biafra issue. Biafra is a kind of far-fetched or a kind of, you have a choice to say you don't want Biafra. But in this one now, your life is there. Fulani herdsmen is coming. Every day they are closing in. Whether you like it or not, if you do nothing, they will cut off your head. It's something that is a wake-up call. In fact, that particular Fulani issue is an issue that everybody must come on board to tackle. Because if you are doing Biafra and protest, you can do it at your leisure time. You can even say you don't want. Because your life is still there. Your business is still there. But in this one, that every father was killed the other day. Maybe he's not even supporting Biafra, but he's dead now. That is Fulani herdsmen for you. That was why the priest, he went out protesting. They could not speak when Biafrans were being killed. But now they're coming out to speak. Because one of them has been killed. Not by federal government directly, but by the proxy through Fulani herdsmen. Because Fulani herdsmen is an organ of Fulani-led federal government. Are you following?
I know, we know this. We know for a long time, and they are being financed by federal government as well.
The facts and reality of present Nigeria.
Can you hear me?
They say that Jonathan does not know how to govern.
Can you hear me?
Some of our people also, yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Now, before you go to another issue, let us first address what you said, because I heard what you said, that we must address the common problems first, and you are not in support of people who are speaking against Showore. If you check our leader, if you check our leader's tweet, you can see the tweet our leader made on behalf of that issue. We all supporting anyone that will fight for the freedom of everybody. But no, we are not fighting for the Nigeria to be healed, because Nigeria cannot be rescued. We are not fighting for Nigeria to be one. We are fighting to go our way and let Nigeria go their way. And you are saying that this problem is a basic problem that is meant for everybody, is a different issue. We understand that is a different issue. Even before it started or it happened or it came to this point, our leader have insisted and made this call. I have called everyone to keep eye on Fulani, that Fulani are coming. He said it, they are coming. And when they will come, they will be raping your mothers. And when you call me, I will not answer you because you did not listen now. Now, this is one of the points he made during that time. Wake up call he made, people did not listen to him. And today now, this call he made is being experienced as one of those calls that have become a prophecy. You understand? That have become a prophecy of our lifetime. That is why everybody is waking up now. Everybody's waking up, and everybody's waking up seriously. Sowore and revolution. Listen, my brother, I am speaking with you. I need your attention. We are on a very, very...
I'm listening.
On a very, very serious process here. Now, when everybody ignored our leaders' warning and it started happening, all of them started saying, okay, oh my God, this man said this, nobody took him serious. Some of them are apologizing, some of them are not apologizing.
No, it's like you agree with me or something.
Just hold on. I want to make the distinction so that you understand what I mean. We are not planning to rescue Nigeria. We are not working to restore Nigeria. We are planning, we are on a process of freedom. We are going home. That is,
you know that
just hold on, my brother, hold on, let me finish. We are going home. If you know the history of Nigeria, and if you understand the history of Nigeria, Yoruba people, this is what you see, he visited our leader not long ago, and he used that influence, he used that exposure, that meeting that I had to champion this movement. That is why people were listening to him after he failed the election. He did not fail the election. There was no election. Let me not say it like that. Let me keep the record straight. There was what we call a systematic military coup. A systematic military coup that was done.
It's time I come in. Let me talk now.
Wait, let me mention what I'm mentioning, because you are talking about, when I say let me make the distinction, I'm trying to elaborate something here. If Sowore will use the influence of our leader to move for a struggle which he is fighting for, in the name of trying to use the influence or the exposure of our leader, the power of our leaders' predictions and the prophecies that have happened, and people are now listening to him. He wants to use that weather to go into that issue. He will fail it, because he is even lucky that they arrested him.
It does not matter. It does not matter.
Let me tell you something.
Using the influence of our leader.
No. He has to be open. He has to be open. Nobody will use. Listen.
Now,
and listen.
What matters is that he's fighting against the national foundation and system.
To which direction? To which direction?
This system of Nigeria.
To which direction? To which direction? That's direction.
It's a plus to BIAFRANS struggle.
Okay, now I want to moderate this. I want to listen to you. Listen, I want to moderate this thing very well, so we don't speak like uneducated people, or we are arguing. Let me give you time to speak, but let me just make a brief summary before I give you time again to speak. Okay. My brief summary will take 30 seconds. I will speak 30 seconds, and I will give you time to speak. Now, Sowore has the ambition, the zeal. I encourage his zeal. I applaud his understanding towards fighting for everybody, for the whole masses, under the hand of Nigeria. But the issue is that there is no way that you can veto a future in Nigeria. There is no future. With this administration, with everybody, there is no future. So thank you so much. So you don't have to fight a dead fight.
It's not our problem.
Thank you.
It's the problem of Fulani and co. Not our problem. Whether Nigeria remains or not is not our concern. But we are people like us are in support of revolution now. Because the intelligence is this: doing away with the present system, the present Nigerian foundation and setup should be done away with. And for Nigerians to discuss new constitution and think of it, when you call a conference now of all the indigenous Nigerians to discuss and formulate their constitution, what do you think will be the outcome? Nigerians at that point.
Do you know where I was not happy with Sowore? Do you know where I was not happy with Sowore? Do you know? You have spoken. I heard what you said. Do you know where I was not? I followed what you're saying. That this.
What Sowore is doing now is like what Tony Nadi is doing, but Nadi is doing his own in comfort of his home and comfort of conferences. Sowore is coming to the street, trying to pull youth with him to challenge the foundation. That was why Nadi is still walking free. They are still watching him to cross the line. He has not crossed the line. When you go to a meeting, you talk to people, say all manner of things. They'll be looking at you. They know he knows he's right, but there's a where he would go after, just like they went after Sowore now. Coming to street to march, for them it's like crossing the line. And if they allow it to be successful, Nigeria can from there. IPOB is by the corner watching for information. If that thing succeeds, we can start our own under IPOB here. Nigeria will be no more.
Okay.
If you're doing it alone,
okay, let me say something.
You'll be isolated.
Let me say something.
In 1966.
Let me say something. I've listened to you. Don't forget about the 1966 issue you want to make, okay? The point you want to make. Don't forget it, okay? I want to say something here, okay? What I want to say here is this. The area that I was not happy with Sowore remarks, and I want you to get me very, very clear. The area that I was not happy with Sowore's action was the area he said that he have advised our leader to fight for everybody, that he believes that he listened to him. What is he talking about? He's talking nonsense. Let me tell you something here. Our leader, when he was in Kuje prison, he came out, he talked about Musa is here, Muhammad is here. Are they BIAFRANS? They are not BIAFRANS.
He said he advised him. He has agreed with him.
Listen. Let me say it again. Let me say that thing again. He said this, that he met with our leader and they had the conversation. They also have a closed door conversation. But from what they discussed, that his area that he don't want, like IPOB's method, is because that IPOB should fight for everybody. That this is what he have advised Mazen Nnamdi Kanu over. And when saying that statement is, I call it a very big understatement and stupid statement. I abuse that statement. I call it stupid because of this reason. When our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison, he was advocating for other northerners who are even Muslims. When he was in the front of court,
yes.
You saw.
It's open domain.
Yeah,
you know all that.
Yes, he was saying that these people have been in jail for more than 5 years and nobody's bringing their case up. They were not. They don't. Listen. Let me finish. No, wait. Let me finish, please. I gave you a time to make your point. This is why I want to make this point very clear. We are very close people in this struggle, and we are in the forefront of this struggle. And if we don't know histories and stories and invent or follow up things, somebody can come and talk nonsense and walk away, but not with people like me, not with people like us. Listen, the issue here is that our leader have been fighting for the whole country. He was saying it. They have conquered the Hausa people. He said it. The Hausa people should wake up. Even some group of a community was saying if Biafra goes, they will go with Biafra. Many people were advocate. He has good friends from Yoruba land who was advocating for him. Kafani Kayode Fayoshe as well. All of them were good friends. He has also other good friends. He has the Sowore. You will speak. He has also Sowore as one of the people also he advocates for. You know, and
do you know
Sowore as advocate for us, the shower news that time.
He was home. Do you know that?
So Sowore can do that. Sowore cannot make understatement.
Do you know that Sowore is not Yoruba? Do you know that? Do you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay, speak what you're saying. Sowore, I want to hear what. Huh?
Are you aware he's not Yoruba? Are you aware that Sowore is not Yoruba?
Sowore is where? From where?
He's from Ijo.
Ijo?
In Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Yes.
Has he identified himself as an Ijo? Has he identified himself?
He said it, yeah.
Good.
He said it.
Good if you have identified. It's not.
You know, there is joy in Ondo. There are Ijo people in Ondo. I hope you are aware.
There is what?
There are Ijo people in Ondo State.
Continue, proceed. Yes. There are Igbo people also in Lagos and Kaduna. There are also Igbo people in BIAFRANS everywhere. Don't worry.
See, let me come. In 1966, after Nzogu coup, in January, 31st January, after at the dawn of the coup, when Agi Yanko, Utojuku, foiled the coup and took over. The whole Nigeria were jubilating. Across Nigeria, everybody was jubilating. Weeks later, started turning. They now turned the story in the subsequent weeks and months, and now time it Igbo coup. And yes, their plan was to wipe away the crop of the leaders then and bring in Awolowo, who is the opposition leader at the time. But they did not succeed. Agiyina took over. Now, the other Nigerians now started interpreting it. Why
my brother, let me say something. The conspiracy against the Igbos for decades. Are you listening to me? Let me say it very clear here.
Let me make this point. Now let me make this point.
Okay, make your point. Continue.
Yes. After the coup, weeks later, the story changed. Now started turning it that is now an Igbo coup. Reason being that if they are saying it's a national Nigerian people coup, why was that Igbos were not killing the coup? That was interpretation. So months later, the sentiment grew. By the time they got to July, that was counter coup. That coup was not planned. The counter coup was not planned. That was that they are going to stop. It just happened. Like a natural consequence. Based on Agi's inability to handle the situation, because there was crisis there. Agi could not handle it. He was being told what to do. He was.
You have repeated this. I want to tell you something, okay? I have listened to you. I have listened to you. Stop repeating it.
By 1967, after the Gowon went out of Aburi Accord, Ojukwu declared Biafra. The entire Nigeria, both our cousins here, Ijaw people, Ogoni people, other Nigerians who are supposed to be our people, all of them joined force against only Igbos. It's only the Akwa Ibomans, the people that fought with us. The rest, non-speaking Igbos, all of them fought against us. You know why? Because of the narrative that was prevailing at the time. Igbo man will dominate you. Igbo man will dominate you. All of them now join force.
I use one word. Excuse me. I've listened to you.
As I'm talking with you now, Nigerians are uniting against the Fulanis. Gradually, they are uniting. So let Sowore do his thing. It's a war of uniting.
We did not say, okay, let me make this point. Let me make this point. Let me make this point very clear.
Listen. What is his name? Ezagzaki is a Fulani man. But 70% of his followers are Hausa people. So Hausa people now are even trying to bring them out from Fulani people. Nigerians are uniting. And the day they unite against the Fulanis, there will be no Fulani in Nigeria anymore. So let Sowore do his thing. And I pray he succeeds.
Thank you. Let me speak
the moment
now.
you join force, that no more Nigeria.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
I follow you.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Now listen. I have to speak something now. I have to tell you something now. Okay. My fellow young man, you know the history of Nigeria. You know that Nigeria is a conspiracy. You know that the conspiracy that I've used against the Igbos for decades have come to the point that our leader shattered everything, and everybody knows the truth today. And
do you know that?
Let me finish, please. Do you know that this conspiracy against our people have been shattered by our leader? Let us give him the glory and give him the honor first. Number one, that's one thing I want to say. That's what I want to say. Number two thing. Listen. Let me finish. Please, my dear. Let me finish. I gave you time to speak. Now, let me make this very clear to your knowledge, to everyone's knowledge, any person that is listening. We never for once been against freedom of expression, freedom of protest, freedom of self-expression or movement, because we are also on that guideline. And we have never for once have obstructed anyone from doing such. We have never asked the Sowore not to do his revolutionary protest. Let him do his revolutionary protest. But we said we know where the boss will land him. So we are only saying we know where the end of everything will come to. You understand? So that is one thing you have to understand. If you don't understand that one, understand it now. That let me finish. Understand. Many people are saying, cut him, but I'm not cutting you. You know why I'm not cutting you? Because I want to discuss with you and as well let you know the truth. Because other people will also know the truth.
Can you listen now?
Let me say to you, but let me finish my last point. My last point is, if you are going to a road that you know that at the end of the road there is nothing that will come out of the road, why do you embark on that road? Although that there will be some influence or some differences that might be during the protest, because many people will be motivated, because many people have become discouraged. We are not saying Sowore not to protest. You don't have any point here. If you are making point that we are against Sowore not to protest, that means you are not making no point about this Sowore issue, because we never said Sowore not to do anything. Okay, thank you so much.
You're quoting me out of context. Even I just made that.
I'm not quoting you.
Can you listen now?
Okay, I'm talking about Tinubu. Can you talk about Tinubu? Sowore issue. We are not against Sowore. We are not against Sowore from.
You brought it back. I wasn't dwelling on that. You understand? I was
it was a Sowore issue. It was a Sowore issue. Listen, it was a Sowore issue that made us go broad on Sowore's conversation.
If Nigeria be at peace, our struggle and project will be more difficult. Just like what the Shites did the other day. We need it. This one I really want to do. We also need it.
We have not been against anyone protection. We are not against it.
Let it happen.
So what
Then
is the
as
point
it's
you are
happening,
making?
we now
What is
know
the point
where
you are
to
making?
come.
You know, I want
Because
to understand if I'm having conversation with
we
somebody.
isolated, like we were isolated in 1960s.
Okay, can I ask you
Now,
something? Can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? I want to ask you one question. You answer me.
Are uniting against the Fulani people. And that
Okay.
will be the end of this country.
Nigerians have seen the truth from our leader. From our leaders' orientation and prophecies, Nigerians have seen the truth. Nigerians are not uniting just for Fulanis against Fulanis or this. These are not the
they are
point.
killing everybody now. They are killing Yoruba. They are killing in a middle belt. They are killing. Okay. That's why they are coming out.
Let me ask you.
Wait. I follow the game now.
Yeah.
So I'm the Fulani people.
It's not Buhari. That man is not Buhari. You don't get another topic now.
Not Buhari government.
Okay, now let me ask you one question.
Is the Achilles heel of the Fulani people?
You're in high spirit. I know you're in high spirit, but listen, let me speak something here, okay? Yeah. Now, what I will say is this. Young man, is there anywhere or any place you have seen any of our people being against Showore's protest? Can you tell me?
But Showore is not even our point of discussion. No. I only mentioned.
No, that topic. Let's finish that topic because there is an accusation.
I brought it back.
No. Let me finish. I ask you a question. I ask you a question. And because I'm not the one who brought Showore, I did a video today. Before I cut it, I started this video about Tinubu. I have discussed Showore already. That issue, I've discussed it. Okay, I even said I'm dearly sorry for him about what happened. Also, I have made a reference that you should check our leader's tweet. And I am not making a logic with you or to convince you, but I'm here to say the facts, okay? Now, what I want to say is this. I want to ask you one question. And the question I want to ask you, in respect of your reference about Showore in the topic you want to discuss. Now, let me just put it very humbly like this. Have you seen anywhere IPOB or any of BIAFRANS have been against the protest of Showore? And if you have seen...
Yeah, I saw some posts on Facebook castigating the guy that their cowards and others. So I wasn't happy with that.
Okay. Have you seen? Listen. Let me finish. Have you seen the tweet of our leader? Have you seen the tweet of our leader? Have you seen the tweet of our leader?
Our leader is in support, but some of his followers are castigating the guy. And it's not even our
Okay. Now let me ask you. Our people have freedom of expression, and they should be allowed to express what they feel.
Yes.
We have a history. Listen. Yes, we have a history.
And what I'm saying now.
Yeah, listen. I will cut you.
Let me take their position.
Listen, I know your blood is hot. Listen, let me finish.
That is freedom of speech for you.
Listen. Can you listen? Can you listen? I said it often. I know you are in a very high spirit, and I want to give you the time, and I want to give you the chance, the opportunity to air your view, and with patience, with understanding. I want to give you that opportunity to speak, because I will give other people opportunity to speak, but I don't have such much time to get.
I think you have talked enough. Let me just summarize and leave now.
Wait. I am moderating this. You cannot come and dictate for me how I will moderate my program. Please.
Well, I'm saying, let me summarize and leave, because I have said my point.
I will give you the time to summarize, and you follow with the guideline. When I listen to you, listen to me. We conversate. We're not making an argument. I don't make an argument. I have conversation with people, and I have I'm having this conversation with you, and I want this conversation to be a matured conversation. That is why I urge you and applaud you to please allow me to coordinate this. Now, do your summary.
Okay, thank you. What I was saying is this. In the light of all the happenings in Nigeria today, and bearing in mind what happened in the 1966 and 67 to 70, I'm seeing a repeat, but this time, the entire Nigeria against the Fulani people. And they cannot contain it. Their game is up. So I pray that this government continue the way they are going, so that it will land on their head. So our people should understand this game. It's a game. It's politics. But there's a way we play the game. We'll be isolated. But the way it is now, they are isolating themselves. The Fulani people are isolating themselves, and that is a good thing for us.
Have you finished?
So as things are going on, we should guard our ground and know what we are doing.
Okay,
so everything is going on. Thank you.
Now I want to speak. Can you listen for me to speak? Can you listen? Hello? Okay.
Yes,
Now I want to start with one thing. It will be an understatement for anyone to say that we will be isolated. We will be the one to isolate them, number one. Number two is our leader have broken the shackles, the impediments. All of the shackles have been broken by our leader. Everybody is following the footstep of our leader. Everybody is following the footstep of our leader. And that is what you are seeing now. We cannot be isolated by nobody. We will be the one to isolate them. You should know who you are. It's an understatement to say that the Fulani or the Yorubas or the Hausas or the TV or whichever people will isolate us if there's a way we play it. What do we play? We have set down the red carpet, and they are walking on the red carpet because we have opened their eyes to see the truth. Can't you see and know that your land are the people, your land are the victim, your people are the people that are being threatened. Your people are the people that they want to kill. Are you not seeing it? So now, another thing I want to say is this. We have laid the ground and they're walking on the red carpet, on the ground, footsteps. The Fulani herdsmen have done what? They have dig a hole. They are inside and they can never come out of the hole. Why? Because the ideology of the Fulani, the character of the Fulani, the tomorrow of Fulani, our leader have every of them in his hand, and he have released it to Nigerians, and Nigerians are playing upon it. And they want to use his knowledge to fight themselves out of this struggle. Everybody wants to join Biafra. Listen, let me finish.
Somebody must start it first.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me tell you what is happening. Let me tell you what is happening. What is happening is that Middle Belt want to follow Biafra. Yoruba want to fight and join partnership with Biafra. You saw when their leader of Afenifere said that this is not 1967 to 1970. They fought on the wrong side. You heard that word? That word is a very big statement. They are following the footsteps of Biafrans. The South, you call it, that is our brother, our leader have united us together. We are more united now than before. And you see people obeying the chain of command from our leader. We have done how many times sit at home? 4 to 5 times sit at home. It was successful. The world have seen it. The world have heard our voice. Nigerians have recognized that Biafra is here, and that is why they are following the footsteps so that they will not left behind. That is what is happening. Thank you, my brother. And you have to wake up every in the morning to thank our leader. You have to wake up, you need, and after you thank God, you thank Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for being here, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, what I'm saying here is this. We are discussing these issues, and this issue we are discussing is very, very important issue. I will bring in our brother who wants to join this conversation. I'll bring him, and also I will bring our dear sister Efe. Bring Efe in. And after that, before that, I want to also remind everybody, though that the boys started talking about Sowore's revolutionary movement, before Sowore arrived there, we were there already. And before he moves further, we know what is involved. So we will not be deceived. So thank you, my sister.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, my brother.
Good evening,
Efe. Yes, my brother, good evening. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yes, very wonderful show. Fine, bless God. Yeah. Not very so another day we are go for come out for camera. So
no, it's okay. Your voice is okay. Let people hear your voice. No, yes. Okay, come on.
Good evening, fellow BIAFRANS. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. They're very, very happy this evening for this opportunity when our brother give us, and also make I use this opportunity to thank our brother for the good job what they do for us, because we really appreciate his effort, because it's not easy. God bless you, my brother. So, bro, you know, say this one now to continue to what you talk. I not really call follow up the topic, and this very video now, you know, call put topic. So I don't know whether you go feel explain and so that I go know my contribution.
Let me say it. Our condition is that Nigeria always want to use the head of the Biafrans to reconcile themselves. Whenever they have problem, they want also to use our head. Let me give an example with the daughter of Afenifere, who was murdered by Fulani herdsmen, which Tinubu came out and said, where did you saw the cattle? It's not a Fulani herdsman, it was a Vance that did the killing. They indirectly saying that Igbos are the ones that are doing kidnapping in Yoruba land and the other places part of Nigeria. He came to use the death of the girl to play politics. Okay, that was what I'm discussing. And when I was discussing it, one of our brother called and started talking about Sowore, giving an instance about Sowore. He said also that Sowore is doing his revolutionary protest, that we need to encourage him, that he saw some people speaking against him, that he was not very happy, that he wants people to encourage Sowore and motivate him, because he is fighting for everybody, that our problem is an impending problem within the space of all the looks and corners of Nigeria. I said to him, you can see the truth of our leader. Our leader condemned his arrest, which is a leadership role which he played. I told him again that we have never any principal officer who have supported the killing of the arrest of Sowore in the recent time. So that was where we were before you called. So we are still talking about the Tinubu issue, which is the issue of Tinubu accusing our people because of his presidential ambition. He wants to use the head of the Igbos to reconcile with the problem that is happening in Nigeria and the killings and kidnapping that is going on.
Okay, my brother, no problem. Yes. No problem. I understand what you talk. That our brother, so when they talk, say make we talk about Sowore, or some people they talk about Sowore, say they provoke. You need to provoke well, because they say now one good turn disaster another. Even if as a day like this, so we BIAFRANS, so all over the world, so we dey feel pain today when we say this Yoruba people, as it is not the same pain when BIAFRANS they feel, now Oduduwa people they feel, now Yoruba people they feel. We don't come and since all this time now, we don't feel our pain, they don't kill our people, do make all manner of things. The Oduduwa legislature they there, the Oduduwa leaders they there. Even this Showoreso and his sister, what it be named Adiola. I know what they use their media to do. I know the propaganda, I know the lies, I know how they fight us with media. They talk all manner of things. But as you talk and say our leader don't play the role of leadership, all of us we give credit to our leader for that one. But you know me say for the fact say our leader can't play that role. Say we BIAFRANS or we will be the followers. Say we must play that role. Because we they follow our supreme leader, Omadike, the honorable one of Biafra land, because we know saying a true leader. But you know say me say we are not entitled to our opinion. When it comes to this general something, we are still entitled to our opinion. It doesn't mean that we kick against waiting in talk, no. But we are still entitled to our opinion. To talk say, I can never trust you now or never. May you day your lay. And beside that one, Yoruba people there when they kill us all this time, don't kill us many times. Kill our youth, nobody come. I don't arrest our youth leader, nobody come outside. You know, can't expect our Biafran youth now or Ipob youth now. May they come out for street, come march say because they na Showoreso and want it apple Torah. It's not done. Not be we go always be the scapegoat. We will not always be the scapegoat. Not be we be sacrificial lamb. If truly is what we are feeling is the same thing Yoruba people are feeling, the same thing the Adiwa people are feeling, let them do what we are doing. Nobody hold them not to do what we are doing. If they arrest true, say Showore na in me well for Yoruba people, in me well for him people, and he won't do something for his people. Say his people really give him trust. Not be we supposed to call a deliberate about Showore because my people matter and they tire me. Showore get people for crying out loud. How many states there for Yoruba land, for Duduwa land? How many states? Now we want to deliberate about Showore. Those of you now when you see they talk about this matter, so now not even know where you stand. Una put one left for you, una put one left for you. Una they confused.
Yes.
So my brother, that topic said not even not go area. You hold your stand, say okay, now supreme leader, okay, now you talk like this, okay, now so you be normal level. But not me say we not there to teach us, say now so we see what I mean there for our own side. Not be we be the leadership. Any principal officer not come as I cut say you want to talk again. We not just follower. We can decide anything we like. So, but my brother to continue with what they talk. All the baba thing where they happen for the damnables who call Nigeria today, where they see Yahoo, they see different things, they see Yahoo Plus, they see boys, they thief parties, kidnapping, everything, all the lies, everything for the world. Now for now Yoruba land now for start. Now they extend and give everybody. That is why they see say today, are they power with Nollywood, Nigeria movie industry, are they power with them on daily basis? Because my brother, me na Urobo Biafran. You understand me? So I know what it take me to come up for certain things come up on my head. If not be say exposure, if it not be say maybe traveling, or maybe say come associate with these people. By now, for see there for those level of brainwashing where we say our people see they fight. Yes, see they fight to come out today. And they hear me so our people, we need to understand say everything what upon they pass through today. You not go see any genuine Biafra person where he grow for Biafra land make them misbehave. Never. If they don't go Lagos, go live for that Mushi, call live for Ajegule, call live for all those Agboro. Or if they say Agboro, that name Agboro, which language it be? Not be Yoruba. Not be Yoruba. All our people, all the baba thing where they happen for the damnable zoo. So not be the heart of the darkness of the damnable zoo Lagos for that place. Not for the apple. You get anywhere for the apple for the whole of East. You get away for the apple for the whole of so-called South. You not get away for the apple. Our people where go there now they go copy, come back. When what the Olumete sing Yahoo, they now everywhere boss. All of the enter streets. They do Yahoo, and now they enter plus. Our people copy for them. Not be UK there, they for start everything. The kidnapping. So our brother Evans, he kidnapped reach any Yoruba man. Okay, now. Who they say political ambition? Who can get political ambition pass now? Now Igbo man be na Yoruba man. Okay, now Yoruba people don't get Fulani yes-men now. Now they don't kill their friend a leader of their friend daughter now. Now, okay, waiting. Who can get a politics a bishop pass now? When this our politicians said they don't even get what they talk for where we did. They not say that they as relevant as useless. as nothing like they're not they're irrelevant. They're not there useful. They not say that politics what they do. So now they're not saying not go affect us in any way, or you not get anything to contribute to what they do, not get anything to add to what they do. But I feel they hold all their people captive in the name of being the 2023 presidential.
Yes.
So I don't know in whichever way, my brother, we not get anywhere where for doctor go live a bad life or a bad nation. I'm not saying we be 100% safe, but we copy from the Yorubas. I'm telling you the truth. For where the prostitution of the damnable zoo for the water standard for that. Everything we are 419 for roadside people when they come from abroad. Everything today the kidnapping where they happen for the not be Lagos Abuja or the expressway. May the answer say we not get joy because some people we not get joy on our task. We not call your papa word with any of una. Our leader doctor can say he come America go meet some American people. He tell they say make they call say Fulani they can no. But he tell they say if Fulani don't reach una doorstep, una go dey find. I say no go see am. So una sit down una fall una leg. As una dey there, we when they propagate the gospel, we wait there for the fight. We not go tire. We dey wait for una. We dey wait for if the Fulani don't finally show us all of us on neck. We go see at that time whether na Igbo man fight you won't fight. I been na Robo man fight you won't fight. I been na Madrid fight where you won't fight. You understand? So my brother, we take game. Anybody not fit come intimidate us with word. Never. We take game. And this fight so as all of us, especially those of us waiting for diaspora, we don't see life. We don't see life. We don't see the blue. We don't see the black. We don't see the less privileged things when we not get opportunity to get. The privileged things when we not get opportunity to get for the damnable zoo. When they call for run enter skater, call this, they call they live all this kind of life. Maybe say tomorrow, today. If you they sleep for now, you must drink see home. If they sleep, you must drink see home. Because your spirit not there yet.
Yes.
Your spirit not there yet. Not place like home. So we go continue to do what we do. I don't really know whether I really contribute how you go want to make it be, but my brother, your office said I wait yesterday brought me from my mind because they followed
you are 100%
when our brothers they don't they put things now say okay make us add this one join now. So we must continue.
Let me have this as a conversation with everybody here. We are like family, and everybody that wants Biafra wants good thing for their generation and generation unborn. You know something here. In 1945 or what, they killed our people about 700,000. This is not, listen, 700,000. They later came again, kill our people again, 50,000. They came again, during the war, killed 3 million to 4 million people. When they tell you 3 to 4 million people, it is more than that figure they killed.
Yeah.
They came again, they continue one fight or one scandal or propaganda. They say they cost Muhammad for Pakistan. They will kill our people for North. They continue to use our head as a sacrifice on consistent basis. If there is a problem, a national problem in Nigeria, once they want to reconcile within themselves, they will use the head of the Igbos, the head of BIAFRANS general to reconcile. Now listen, we are talking that 1,000 military are missing in Nigerian military. You can imagine when 1,000 young men are being killed and nobody discovered where they are buried, how many have been dying without our consent?
My brother.
It is
see, my brother, now very terrible something. You understand? But I thank God say we don't dare awoken. Today now, if you look what we they see on social media now, like yesterday evening, my brother, I called the watch channel 10 o'clock news. I called the watcher. As I called the watcher, they come bring some highlights, talk about some topic. So they come start to the talk some things like things will not be the main problem of the country. Things will not be say, not be even they make people they cry, not be make people. So the thing called they vex me. I call they say God. If you say I'm not there for abroad now, I'm not there where light today 24 hours. I'm not there where network day 24 hours. Maybe tomorrow now, I'm going to call for newspaper, or you put my headline, so thing happen. The main thing say so person like this die. How many people will die for the zoo? Wetin happen for each community? Account of soldiers then when they die, they know they bring all those things they come out, even the agitation when they go on, they know if they bring or anything they come out, they know they bring the surface of the matter, you know they bring the surface, but the real
they show you
thing
beautiful advertisement.
Yes, the way they bother the country. Yes, they will not say it. I can't say now so for day for home now. We all read all this. I will say everything your day okay. Now our people we don't live for Yoruba land. Our people we don't live for Yoruba land where they form superstar, they form anything where they form for that place. Now they always they be the victim of everything. Because before they go do anything, their name go enter social media or their name go they bubble the old newspaper. If in a Yoruba man I be Evans, you know go see and say he need the bubble like this. Even by now they for don't leave am or they for say na allegation they put for his head. But because now Biafra, because now Ipob man, he need the bubble follow everywhere. He need no green rest. He not get anything where they want to. They must put Evans journal. Anything where they want to, they must put Evans journal. But Fulani don't they key for only gun people wey Fulani don't kidnap. Wey Fulani don't key. You know they see am for headline for every seconds of the day or every minute of the day. They not be notorious kidnapper. They not be notorious criminal. I not blame them, my people. I not blame them because now our people will be said they for all those their land, so they don't eat their food. They don't go mad. They don't pack the sand where they for our land. Go give them. They don't even do one thing. They don't brainwash all of them. They don't do good message. Especially the church. Then when they see they go again, maybe get that they plant for the domot as they enter. It don't finish. Anything when they tell them, they follow another year, they come on. You they write stories, so you they make money, you they condemn your raise. You say you they make money, you they condemn your raise. Now you don't put bad depression follow everywhere. Now that's it start to now that start Curtis film. Now Zubi and the other one. Now they do for work from before they know so that they'll see later say now we carry cut for head. But all the concrete courtesan for the damnable
was formed by Yoruba. Yoruba.
Yes, he extend from Yoruba. So my people, now my people, they make that the other people they see us finish. And then they make that they see us finish. They make that they feel say that they get bad depression towards us. But I call our people on social media because how they do with the counter. How they do with the counter because those brainwashing will come out. Yoruba don't cause more damage than anything. The come out today to say not like Yoruba race or you don't want support them for anything that they do. The person gets right, especially those of us who come from coastal region. I'm telling you, these people have damaged us a lot. They have damaged us. For worry today, we not get OVA. Now, Luna we get. Go for all those companies for the Yoruba people don't take over everywhere. If you Fulani in first, Yoruba go be second. We not even know. Now they go be third, and they go be second, and go be the third, fourth, fifth, 10. We not get position. So anybody not tell me anything about saying one thing, but everybody is entitled to is on our own opinion. But on my own opinion, they tell you at Nami and they talk so we go focus where we focus, my brother. We go must hope where we go. Because we as the followers, so as the Biafrans, when we freedom fight, when they fight for this our restoration of Biafra. So now we go to make our gullible ones eye they open in whichever way we go fit. Is it by shouting at them? Is it by talking to them in peace? Is it by talking to them in whichever way you go fit? Now let you go fit one because you not see there and open before. Now one day you see now your eyes see open. So now so one day the eye go see open because they talk, the news they bombard everywhere. Now I open my eye. So as it believe say as this news continue to they bombard everywhere, each and every one of them, even the one where they born for Yoruba, where they bury their placenta for Yoruba, bury their neighbor for Yoruba, their eye go open. Because blood is thicker than water. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Especially my beloved sister, you said it all. Thank you so much. Even they themselves that want to put the kidnapping thing on our head. Even you touched that area very, very well, and also you made sure that you emphasized on the origins of many things in that contraption, where it comes from. You made a very good point there, and as well about the Sowere's topic. You made also very clear that if they wish to say that what we are suffering is what they are also suffering, they should do like us. That's a very good
Yes.
point. I got that
Yes.
point as well. In summary, I will say thank you so much. Keep
Thank
it
you.
up, keep your courage.
Thank you very
Let
much.
me give other
Thank
people
you.
opportunity and chance to come in as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Let us have
Thank you very much. Thank you very much,
word.
my people. My name is
Thank you.
Sirine Efewanogo from Orogu province of Biafra land. Thank you very much. Have a good
Thank you.
evening.
May Baba bless you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Yes, we heard from our sister. She made this point very, very clear in different issues which we addressed. The cultism, the kidnapping, the criminalism, the 419, the juju, the school hooliganism, they call it the cultists, and universities which have taken thousands of lives. It was originated from Yoruba as well. So if they feel that they want to champion a better generation, a very good generation, let them start. Let them start. We are not against them. We are not against nobody from doing what they love doing. Let them show us that they are feeling the pain, that they understand that the problem we are having is the same problem they are having. So they should stand. One who wish to join will be able to contribute here. It is a free and a very welcomed conversation. Tinubu accusing we as being the kidnappers and the Sowore's arrest. Let's make it one topic. Okay, I'll have Biafra, my sister, and there. Well done, my sister.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're welcome, my sister.
Thank you very much.
Ayo awulo akparo bangoro ma ndem bo hama bara mo baho ayo amubulako
Elu, I na good elu. I na good elu. I na good. I was over.
Yeah.
Greetings, my love.
Yes.
Biafra. My name is Lizzie at that Biafra. So, anyone you feel like to call me. The topic, so you know the topic to be frank, you like me or the topic.
Sowore's arrest. Tinubu accusing Evans as not the Fulani was the people that killed Afenifere's daughter. The Afenifere's daughter, who was killed by Fulani, which Tinubu is saying that they did not see cattle in the place they killed the person, that they were not carrying cattle. Where did you see the cattle was the question he asked. And he said, who started the kidnapping? Is it not Evans? Which he wants to use our head to play politics in Nigeria for him to be presidency in the name of protecting the Fulanis. And we understood that game. So that is what we are saying. First, Tinubu's trying to use this historic method of which Nigeria have used for decades. We need to destroy it as well. Anytime there is a problem in Nigeria, they use Igbos and BIAFRANS to reconcile within themselves, Hausa, Fulani, and Yorubas. So that's the first one. The second one is Sowore's revolutionary movement and campaign. This his protest he planned to do before they arrested him. We are not against the protest. They can do that protest and do it by themselves. We are not going to get involved in that protest. We are not getting involved with that protest because we have a different agenda. That protest has a different agenda. The protest agenda is to make Nigeria great when Nigeria cannot be made great again. And our own agenda is to go our way, to go home and build a new generation and a new country for ourselves. So that is the two topics. Thank you so much. Tinubu and Sowore.
Okay, you all know me. My name is Lizzie the Biafra. I'm from the province, Biafra land. Though it has been a long time, I've not been able to come on live video to broadcast certain reasons that is beyond my power. But with the help of Kabiam, I believe I am strong, I am healthy, I am alive today is by His grace. Well, let's talk about Tinubu. Is a not. I won't see it as a support that happens in the country to me as a thing, because I've been there for a long time. Even before I was born, everything they do, they turn it against our friends, and it's not. So you don't have to be surprised, even if you see that Sowore, Tinubu, is indirectly or directly accusing the BIAFRANS for being the one that kidnapped a Aferefi daughter or whatever. It's not surprising because I don't blame him. I blame his personal friends because Kedana yourself why we know that they know it, like we are always the bad people in among them. Among 3 people, the ethnic group that make the zoo called Wazobia, always see us to be the bad child, the bad ones. It's not for me. So I don't blame him. Well, one thing I want to tell my people is, my dear brothers and sisters, the time is already over for us to be like, for them to twist our head. You don't have to allow people to twist your head. You don't have to allow people to bend your head. You don't have to allow people to brainwash you. Discard any useless accusation because you don't have to feel as if maybe you are hot. Because sometimes somehow it's only when you feel you are hot in anything that is around you when the oppressor will keep on oppressing. When you feel as if, when you pretend as if my dear brothers will defend me, you understand. So I didn't see it as a maybe if what was it called? Tinubu or wherever made Tinubu came up with such useless. We know already that have interest at how he have an interest in mind. So now in 2023 to become the new president of the damnable zoological republic. So it shouldn't be an issue. For me, I didn't see it as a big deal. She keep on bringing it up. It shouldn't on. After all, it's normal. It's not just in short, I'm not even feeling it. To be frank, to talk about the kidnapping and everything, fine. The ones that is doing the kidnapping, everybody care. They should keep on kidnapping the people because as long as they not kidnap even the rich, the poor masses, they should keep on kidnapping the rich ones. You understand? But all I know that maybe probably they against a bad say when I've never kidnapped a poor man. You understand? I've never kidnapped. I'm not siding a bad. So that one is not my problem. Even if he accused the bad say I won't feel it because if bad say when say is he a man? Did they free him? How will not someone that is not even free will be the one to kidnap and kill a Aferefi daughter? No, you think about that. Does it? Yes. No, my
It doesn't
make sense to you.
It doesn't make sense
because that's the way himself. He's not a free man. He's not a free man.
But I understand. But he is just capitalizing on the fact that there is a national problem which have come to the point of contradictions due to the media, because the media have made sure that they made this kidnapping issue lighter. They're not hammering Fulani herdsmen. They start talking about bandit, they call it bandit, after they call it hooligans, after they call it miscreant, after they call it hoodlums. They have used many names to disguise these people. But these people in record have shown the method, the mechanism, the way they do these things are still our Fulanis, and they know. Just Tinubu knowing the truth. Tinubu knowing the truth. The point.
We know that bandit. Okay, fine.
The point.
Continue, brother.
The point I'm making here is this: them disguising it. This is the same Yoruba media. Them disguising it that Fulani people, Fulani herdsmen are not the ones doing the killing. In the first place, is hypocrisy, and it is dangerous and very, 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 very dangerous, because the message they are sending outside in the international community through their media is that these kidnapping are done by some jobless people who are looking a way to extort money from people. But no, there is an agenda which is very, 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 very psychologically endemic and very wicked. That is the territorial control. Why do they kidnap people, overtake villages, run across villages, change the name of that territory, that village? They have done it in Benue. They are doing it in northern region. They are extending in TV side. They are expanding every part. They are in Ebonyi. They are struggling to take Enugu. All these things, these issues are the issues that the media should bring out. Say the people that are doing it, let them be addressed as their name, Fulani herdsmen. They never proscribe them. And someone who said that he wants to become a president in the coming dispensation, is not even seeing that same problem that is teasing in everybody's eye today. That person is saying, just pointing the wrong finger just to disguise that fact, to cover up that fact, to seek for favor. It should be a concern. You understand? That is where I feel
brother, to
the
be
concern.
sincere with you, even the vice president that is, we all know that Yoruba, what do they call? He's a Yoruba. Even as big as he is, he claimed he's pastor, right? He went to the in America or wherever where he lied. You don't expect Yoruba to be plain and to be honest with you. I can never tell you.
We know that we're not expecting anything from them. We are not expecting anything from them
now, because you know why they have action already. Are you getting me? You don't need something to be saying reality. They must cover everything up as long as they are serving their so-called caliber. As long as they are serving houses, they must make up stories to cover every issues. Don't expect nothing for them.
That is what I want everybody to see. That is the point I'm making. I think we are making the same point here, okay? That is the point I'm making. I'm trying to make everybody see that wrong finger which Tinubu is pointing against our people gives you a clear message that he hates our people, and gives you that clear message to know that even if they are giving this guy a power to run Nigeria, it's dangerous even for us. So we need to start on time educating our people about this particular guy and his ideology, his beliefs, and his intention, the hate he has against our people. That's that one. I just want our people to be conscious of it. I understand what you said. Yeah, that is
okay.
That is what.
The truth is this: I only want our people to understand the logic all these people are using. They are the one that is public, because as me and you, definitely we have already understood everything. You cannot brainwash me. It is left for our people that have already felt and kept quiet and been dumbfounded. They can do anything. They can never accept what we are even telling them. Left for them to realize what they are, because it's going to be too late for them. Maybe probably they are busy still clapping for the so Tinubu that he is going to be the most perfect person. Now they have already understand Tinubu himself is facing every issues just because he have a single ambition 2023. It's good for our people to understand the logic of everything, to understand drama and everything they are pulling out. For them to know that these people are more dangerous, even more than the even people that rule us, rule them. They never ruled me. Because as long as I'm concerned, I don't defeat for the government, I don't have anything, they already passed in part on me. So what they are that they are ruling me? So they don't rule me. Neither have they even ruled me for one penny for their leadership. It's left for people to understand their diplomatic, anything that concerns them, anything concerning them, in terms of diplomacy, they understand it perfectly well and get their score now very well, because some of our people, they don't have sense of reason, they have lost it. But I don't blame them, because you know why? As now there is no cause of Allah in terms of Tinubu issue. Tinubu have an ambition, and they do not expect Tinubu to play good tactics, to play anything good in terms of letting or even side and concise. So he can never side or that he will kick against. Also, it's not a big deal. Like I told you before, now again, I don't give him about whatever he's saying, because you know that he have ambition. So anybody that is listening to that, which is trying to believe the thing, that means the person is a lot more or less like them. That's one down and then down on Lagos. So the person among them. Get that? So talking about Showore issues. Yes. Showore. In we can expect go for more hour of government roof. Showore is a Europe, and definitely the chameleon and con, everything is in them. I will say it, but you will not kill me because I speak truth. So Showore has one agenda, of which and our own are not the same. So I am to tell my brothers and sisters today, if you are still going for revolution tomorrow, because I know revolution, if possible it won't. If you desist from that, I know that with or without that that revolution only holds a little, but it won't be that strong. It won't be that strong. Do not embark, because that revolution is just more like uniting everybody to be one. We are not one. There's no day we have ever been one. All this way they have been treating us like, so you don't have expect to be one when you know that no good interest on you. So what not against anybody agitating. It's not a crime. It's a word. You are free to agitate. You have to talk about what the oppressors are operating you so bad. So you have the right when it is right. So it's normal for sure to agitate. It's not a crime to me. So not our business. You want to do is on their own, or your state on your own. So that's it. So my brother, I don't have much to say. I need to rest a bit. Seriously.
Where are you calling from, and what is your name? I don't think you said that at the beginning.
I told you already. You're supposed to know me by name. My name is Lizzie Chimaman Adabiafra.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. You said that. Yeah. Well, what I will say here is this: we as people, we have the responsibility to enlighten our people, to make sure that we understand our position of issues, so that we have built up a very strong movement, a very strong body, which is IPOB, and we are not going to be distracted by one group or the other. We have known from history that you can never trust Yorubas, and I'm consistently saying it. Any Yoruba man who want to join IPOB can join IPOB, can be a member of IPOB that wish to dream a better future for her children, of her family members. It is the right of the person to do that. The person is highly welcomed. But what we have to understand here is this: we should know and have in our minds that Showore's campaign is different agenda, and we have a different agenda. So as our sister said, there's a point she made. She said that it is uniting them together.
Yes, sir.
And we are not one people. And that protest, if it's going to be a protest that is going to unite Nigeria together to fight for one Nigeria, which we are not fighting, we are not interested. We are interested in total decimation of that nonsense, damnable zoo that was created by the British. So that is our position, and we are maintaining our position very strongly, and we will not deviate or go back from our positions in respect to all these issues we have laid down through this struggle. Our people have died. Since our people have died, we are not going to let them down. From generation to one generation, we cannot keep on dying. So thank you so much, my sister, for the contribution. If you have anything to say, you can summarize. And it's nice hearing from you, from here to you. Thank you.
My brother, I really drop this message because I speak it anyhow, both real language, everywhere I did it, because we are all one. What I want to tell you will be say, my brothers and sisters, waiting for BIAFRANS, waiting for zoo, because I know some of them for zoo. My brothers, do not deviate from what you believe. Stick with what you believe. Our belief remains the same. We are not one in that damn political republic. And do not expect anybody to get you. Don't even dare to allow anybody to twist your brain, because they have twisted us enough. Even as they are twisting us, they are clean enough. So there is no being in a country that have already oppressed us to the dying for. That is how people. So no need for you to even have been a one night restructuring. If they so why didn't they call for it before the so-called presidential election? After the that's all I got to you on. I love you. Still remain your sister, Lizzie. Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yes, my sister, thank you for your contribution. I have 6 to 7 to 8 people ready to speak. That is why I am trying, especially most of us who are contributing in this track.
Hello,
I wish
good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, brother. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, my sister.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I'm very interested of this topic. My name is Uwa Sophia Obaze. So this Showore issue is a distraction, my brother. I can tell you, I see it coming. It's a distraction. You know what? You know, Showore and his gang, like Yoruba, 80% of Yoruba, they are scammers. You understand? They have been enslaving us for a long time. So now our leader have come out and let us know that these people, they are biased. And we have seen it. So we should not focus on Showore now, because Showore is enjoying anywhere they keep him. I tell you, my brother, that is a plan, is a game plan. They have been doing this since our father generation, even our generation. They have been doing it. Do you know what they do now? They have taken Showore, they sent DSS to come and take Showore. Sorry, there is a message coming to my phone. They keep Showore in a good place. Showore is in a good hands. Showore, nothing happened to Showore. It's just a distraction. My brother, let me tell you, you know, after the election, Showore could have do this kind of thing. He could, if that guy is a real person, he could have do this thing before election. I joined Nnamdi Kanu and call off of this revolution. You understand? You know where Showore focused when he was campaigning is our area, the Niger Delta and the Edos. He focused on us because we are the mumu in Nigeria. That is why I respect Igbo people. 80% of Igbos, they know what is happening. They know things is wrong. Life is not that way. They use their brain. That is why I praise them. They don't know why my people don't know why I'm praising Igbo people. They are saying Biafra is for Igbo. It's a lie. It's because Igbo man stand up and reject poverty and reject oppression. That is why they are saying Biafra is for Igbo. It's a lie. My brother, as I tell you, Edo State, which is Idu land, is the capital city of Biafra.
Thank you so much for connecting me. Thank you so much.
Yes, Idu land, but now is Edo State. You know, people know it as an Edo State, but Idu land.
Igodo is the name, the actual name of the kindred, the people. Igodo. Okay.
Is the capital city of Biafra land. I say so. You know, the Yoruba people, they focus on us. They soil us. They oppress our grandfather, our great-grandfather. And they know that we are winning. My brother, these people, they are saying so. Showore know that we are winning. He know that Nnamdi Kanu is winning. Because women like me, Efe, and that girl that call you, we are raising up, and more are still coming, and Mercy Coco Johnson. More are still coming. We make sure this is women that we win this stronger and give Nnamdi Kanu. He will go and free us. Showore knew that, see what is coming up. So they're not plant group. Me, I know these people. I know Yoruba people. Not that I hate them. They are liars. They don't say truth. They don't want to say the truth. You know, they are beginning our Biafra brothers, Operation Pato Dance, the people that they kill Nnamdi Kanu has. Showore did not say anything about it. Their media did not raise it up. You know, they're beginning, even in Edo State. Curtis are killing us. Fulani are killing us. But we don't hear it. Now that they see that Radio Biafra and the Nnamdi Kanu is coming to help us, and we are rising up, we are checking the history, we are checking back the history. Now the Yoruba people are coming now with their crook. We know every. Showore is enjoying. My people, I want to advise you people, focus on Biafra. Don't say because Nnamdi Kanu went to go and shake Showore. Nnamdi Kanu know what he's looking for. Nnamdi Kanu, if they win that guy, he will say, I'm looking for Biafra. Now Biafra I want. You people should focus on this movement.
Direct.
You people focus on this Showore matter. Is enjoying you. I've said it before. Focus on this movement we are fighting. We need freedom. One Nigeria will not help us. I wish Showore come out and I'm talking. Can you tell him I'm talking? I'm coming. I wish Showore come out and said, okay, let us raise Oduduwa flag. Do you know the British, when they colonized us, we were 3 before in that useless zone. We were 3. Which is, I sit down and I calculate it. Bia, they will say, Wa is Yoruba, Oduduwa, Wa. Zo is Hausa, which is the north. Bia is Biafra. So let the British share us like that before. Then if Yoruba want to join us, they will not join us. Now we joining them because we have been suffering. You understand? Seaports, now they get them. Army, now they get them. If you go to Edo State now, every company is Yorubas. What till we do these people? My people, please, let's focus on our strong. We will get it, oh. We will get it.
We will get it.
We will get this Biafra.
Yes.
It's only when our people wake up, we will get it. Showore, you know, before the election, Showore did not do a revolution. Even after the election, when you knew that they rigged that man there, Showore did not do revolution. You understand? Because Yoruba, they are crook. They crook Buhari and put it there because if Buhari did there, Biafra no come. No, they think. What did they do? Be say if Buhari did there, the Kanu no come have, Biafra will never come. They didn't know that it's another way around. You understand? They didn't know. So my brothers and sisters, forget about Showore they enjoy. Let me tell you now. Showore they enjoy. Me, I will not come out and said Showore, no Showore. He's enjoying. He's with no good there, whether not Tinubu or be Tinubu. Showore is enjoying. Showore they enjoy. What if he said they arrest him? Now he want to cause confusion. That is why he ran to owner the Kano and said, okay, what is the way forward? Now we know every. Showore is enjoying.
You know what he said? Would have made me understood. There's something he said in his interview after he met our leader. He said that he is an advocate of one Nigeria, that he told our leader that the whole Africa being one nation is not enough for him because he's an advocate of big nations, big countries. Look at his position in a fractured system that is unfunctional, fractured system of failed state of Nigeria, that somebody is still thinking that after going to America and see how America is functioning, after going everywhere in the whole world, you can still think with that level of thought and that level of mentality. That was where I wrote him off. That was where I wrote him
off.
Continue.
Let me tell you, the country where I live, they are just 5 million. Even they never even complete. I live in Norway. They are just 5 million. They never complete. Sweden, they are 33 million. They never even complete. Denmark, they are not up to 20 million. If you see Belgium, Holland, you know this small land.
Holland is 15 million. Sorry, Holland is 15 million. Ukraine, as Ukraine, Latvia, Hungary, Moldova.
Croatia. These people that played European Cup that day, they are not up to 3 million. You know, Iceland, you are not up to how many million? You know what, my people? If Nigeria not share, you people cannot cope with Yoruba people. Not that I hate Yoruba, but they are be punishing us for a long time. It's good if we break. If we break, we will be neighbors. We will be doing butter. How they call it? We sell they sell Morocco for us. We sell oil for them, or we sell gari for them. We'll be doing like that. It will be better. Say this one where they oppress us, so it's not good. You understand? It's not good. My brother, listen, let me tell you, so worry, okay, it's not fighting for one Africa. So worry, forget that. We have different nationality in that zone. We have different language. How can we? That's the problem we have now. Okay, listen, this Yoruba people like so worry. When you are complaining that Nigeria is not good, they will say that Nigeria is too big for one person. Okay, let us break up. It will be problem. If they don't know what they are doing, it will be a problem. Let's break up. It will be a problem. If Showore could have come out and not saying one Nigeria, if we said, okay, let me raise Oduduwa flag, you know that now the zoo will be shaking. They knew that Biafra is winning, my brother. They knew that Biafra is winning. As of assembly the other day, they were confused. They said we make them confused. Do you think what we are doing in social media, they don't listen? In my state is shaking now. My state is shaking. You understand? Do you think they don't listen? Who told you they don't listen? My brother, we must continue, and Biafra will what?
And Biafra will come. Do you know that the footstep that our leader have given us, and we are following that footstep? We are following that footstep. We are gradually following that footstep from one space of time or one period of a time to another period, from one problem or one struggle or one lie or propaganda or one thing they usually coquette, one thing they bring it, we are destroying all of them. We keep on destroying them once they come on the table. We keep on destroying them. And Nigeria, as he said, is a big drama now.
It's a cupboard yours, like my brother. Listen, another one I want to say now. Okay, some people were calling me. Some of my people, you know, those they are still thinking about this issue of, you know, when we said Edo State or Idu land is the capital city of Biafra, they are still thinking about it. Some of them call me. They will say, okay, how can we do it? How can we come and join this thing? I will say no. Because of the kind of leader we have in the state, go and start your own. But have it in your mind that at the end, we all are coming to join together. You understand? Go and start your own. Organize your people. At the end, we are looking for one thing, which is freedom. We will come together. You understand? I've taught people, these people, Showore people, I've told many of them that they are still saying, when they are killing people, even they are killing our people. People that are there most after the Benue side is our own people that die most. So it's not Showore want to cook one story and say that Showore they enjoy. Now me they tell now Showore they enjoy. Mona not believe Showore. Mona face this struggle. We want freedom, Biafra. If we are under one Nigeria, we can't do anything. My brothers and sisters, we cannot do anything. They will still be oppressing you. They are not saying, one woman we are still saying, whether it's a Charlie boy, he was saying yesterday, where one video that is it not the same people in Biafra that if Biafra come, is it not the same people? That time we will not say it. People like us where they don't know. If Biafra come, we will tell them and say we know something. We'll still bring our opinion now. We cannot stay in one Nigeria that you cannot talk. Only one person talk. We don't do that. The European, they don't do that. Everybody sit down. Yeah, everybody sit down the table and we suggest what is going to good for our next generation. Not one person is taking our money, taking their children to abroad. The rest people there. No, we don't want that kind of issue. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, my sister. Thank you so much. The same one Nigeria, which there's no road, no light, nothing. Thank you so much, my sister. We bring another person in. The same one Nigeria that they are advocating that there is no road, no light, no common good agricultural produce, which will help life. No innovation, no academics. Academics is zero. People come out from universities as doctors that they cannot practice, they cannot do anything. This is not the future we should keep and hope for our people. We should rise up and know the truth. We have gone to far wide the world and we have seen many things. We that are outside, we have seen this. That's why we are crying, shouting. We are raising our alarm for everybody to hear. If you don't hear today, you can hear tomorrow. But think and rethink. Hear this message. My sister, he can be able to join as well. Because we need to work very hard. We work very hard. Yes, thank you.
Good evening, sir. Biafra.
Good evening, my brother. All hail Biafra. Thank you so much for coming. You know the two topics, which are this demonstration of Shorore, which will have a different agenda, and that demonstration is for a different agenda. and again Tinubu's remark. Whichever one you can. Yes.
Okay. So my contribution is this one,
Yes.
Which revolution is Sowore fighting for? Is it fighting the revolution to drive away the terrorists from many countries, from more than 5 countries, from Mali, from Chad, from Sudan, from Guinea Conakry, from all the whole Fulani West African country, the people that speak Fufude, the same people that Nigerian government in power? Is it the same people, the same terrorists Nigerian government empower money for them to more equip themselves with more ammunition and more weapons? Is it fighting to drive away them, or is it fighting for liberation, or is it fighting for him to break Nigeria? We want to break Oduduwa out of Nigeria. Are you hearing me, bros?
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well, very well. Following. He's fighting. He said he's fighting for. Let me just say what he said. He said he's fighting to make Nigeria great again, to stop and shut down the system, and for Nigerians to retain.
My brother, I am an Abo person. I'm Abo speaking Biafra. I'm na biko no rap in India ndị achọka buza anyị o a na-achọ ebu isi adọpụsa anyị ka egbuzikwa anyị o ndị be anyị ga-akwụ protest agbabuzi ndị be anyị igotago my brother igotago. So my purpose of saying this thing is that since they have been killing the Biafrans, have you heard it from any Yoruba social media? They are condemning the killing of Biafrans from any social media. We should forget this show or something. Show anybody that want to go, let him go. We are for Biafra. This platform is for Biafra. Let's focus on Biafra and forget these people, my brother. Never happen and then, my brother. Never happen and then. We need to have sense, my brother.
Put your language to your people, especially your people are following him so much. You understand?
No. The ones that follow him is the ignorant ones. Don't say my people. Me and they are different. Are you hearing me? Don't say my people, because you cannot count Satan and God into one place. They don't work together. I'm telling you the truth. Light and darkness cannot work. Are you hearing me?
I thank God, and I thank you as well for that one. Okay, for that. Point there. Okay, about Tinubu also. What do you have to say about Tinubu? That Fulani are not the kidnappers. That Vance Wem started the kidnap. Who started the kidnapping?
My brother.
Head of our people to reconcile with the confusion they have created through APC in Nigeria.
My brothers and sisters, I've already told you people, let's run away from this. If you are eating with Satan, it is either you use shovel or use wrong rake. Run away from them. That's what I'm saying. It's 2 options. Either you use shovel to take the one you can take, or you use a rake. Let's forget these people. Okay, the same Yoruba people are telling you now that the Igbos are the people doing all this killing attack. It's the same people you want to go out with and start protest with. We need to use our sense. Can you use our upper? Only open us on our gap for protest. You should go on your own.
All the people that have called today here, that have called here, have made very, very big points. Except one of the guys who was also speaking his views.
My brother, let me tell you something. You see the attack the army people carried last time, not few days now, few days, when they went to Bayelsa State and burned down the whole community. This is the same state again. What is it called? Obasanjo and Atiku. The same village they burned down. It's the same village again now. They are still burning down. So there is nothing you can do, that will impress these people. Okay, imagine now. Sowore is still saying that even though let them give him to Africa to rule as a president. So now, tell me now, what are you going to tell someone that you want to go away from Nigeria that is still asking for them to give him the whole Africa to rule. Let them give him Nigeria to rule. So what do you expect the idea to work together? The idea cannot work. I so much thank most of our sisters here. I think Sophia, and Ife, and most of our Robo people, they have already wake up. Most of them have already
okay. Very, very formidable people now in this struggle. They are working very hard, and I encourage them.
So I so much love Honor Sophia. I love him and his family because of why. If she talk like this, it makes sense. They are telling you that they arrested Oshowere, that they don't want him to carry out the plan of the revolution. Before the election, before he himself lose the election, why don't he carry that revolution? Are you hearing me? Why don't he carry that
election? Yes.
Okay. Because he lost the election, that is why he still join our people. We don't need to see, let me tell you, anything that need to do with us in this Biafra struggle, we don't need to debate on what happened to Yoruba people, because they have killed our people, and we have to learn so that we will not still fall again in that same trap. Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you very well.
If they say they arrest Obasanjo, you will hear it again in our social media, in Biafra social media. They say they arrest Obasanjo, this is that. What is your problem between you and these people? They have been killing you people. They are not saying anything. But if they arrest the people, you people will be the first people to start
because we are Republican by nature. We are also fighting for everybody. That is the main issue here. It's got to do with conscience. You know, there are people who doesn't have conscience.
My brother,
and we as indigenous people, we have conscience, and we are as well expending our contributions towards most of these issues, though it's not very, very good for nationalists, people who are nationalists, to show some sympathy and open sympathies to some issues with regards to your enemy. But sometimes it's political. Thank you so much.
My brother, let me tell you something. The one they do on that side Muslim, I so mostly love that. The one our people do, the one that they can say something about the Shia Muslim, the way they are killing the Shia Muslim.
Freedom of religion. You know?
Freedom of religion. I so mostly love. Thank you. I so mostly love that. Nnamdi Kanu say something about the Shia Muslim. They are killing the Shia Muslim. Did Showore say something about the Shia Muslim? Have we come out and make a live broadcast? Why are they killing these people? We should get that to our head that they are working for their political ambitiousness. I don't know if you can understand me, my brother.
Yeah, I understand you. Very well.
Okay, fine. I'm a friend. I'm still a friend with AY. I'm a friend to AY on social media. AY citizens, Yoruba man. If AY is talking about Oduduwawa, he said contribute money for good fund me, contribute money for good fund me. To me, I say no. This is not going to fight for freedom. If you are fighting for Oduduwawa Republic, go and print the shirts, maybe like 50 pieces of shirts or 30 pieces, blow the cap, you crest it, you print out banner, you organize your people, you go out, you march that you want to go away from Nigeria, so that you know what is the opinion, so that you can know what you are going to achieve in the struggle. Do you understand me? That is what I told AY. That is what I told AY.
That is the same thing what our sister said. One of our sisters, was it Efe, who said that if they feel that they are having the same pain, they should do what we are doing, which means they should fight for their freedom.
Thank you.
That it's not working. They should fight their freedom too. Our sister made that point, and you made that point again. We are progressing. We have the same view. All of us, we have the same view. And I thank you also. I will bring another person here.
Wait, excuse me. I just need to contribute small. Let me just go away. I need to contribute small. Okay, now, they are talking about the revolution. Is the Hausa Fulani included with them? You must know the game. You must know the game. Is the Hausa Fulani with them for the revolution? That is our question. That is the question we need to ask ourselves.
They are not with them at all.
Okay. 2 seconds again. When they were interviewing Mazen and the Carlo, let me tell you something. When they were interviewing Shina Showore himself, when they intervene Showore himself, the person that Showore picked as his running mate, maybe if he win today as a president, the person that will become vice president for him himself. Okay, do you know what the guy said? I don't think in an Hausa, Kanaji Hausa. Okay,
Don't worry.
Okay, let me tell you something.
I don't even need to speak that stupid now.
Yes, I'm coming. No, we learn the language to pick their secrets. That is what I do. Let me tell you what the guy said. The guy said that anybody that is trying to break away Nigeria, they will catch the person anywhere the person are and bring it back to Nigerian government. This is the same person that was running with Omoyele Sowore. I did not hear the guy, but according to the Bible, it say what is it say? I think the actions speak louder than voice, according to some language.
Yes.
Then what a man speak determine the fate. So we must use our sense, my brother. Don't say maybe somebody is coming out to make Nigeria change, we just join. If we join again, they kill us. If they kill us, nobody is sympathizing for us, nobody is showing us love, nobody is condemning the killing. We need to use our sense. Thank you very much. This is just my contribution.
Thank you so much. You did well, okay? I love the resoluteness and the concentrated mindset and the focused, ambitious quest for the restoration of our freedom by our people, and their contributions are showing that the resentment is also very, very good, and I wish we all keep it up. Its formidability in this process is a continuous process and is a journey, and we have to get this journey across to every doorstep. So that's why I urge you to also continue the good work. May Chukwukabema bless you, okay?
Thank you, brother. God bless you. Okay, God bless you.
So, thank you. What a wonderful conversation. And I am trying to bring people one after the other. I will continue to contribute. I have joined one of our comrades as well here. Let me see what he has to tell us. We are in the same process, and we always must have to keep our focused mind, our heart on one direction, and that direction is towards the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. Thank you so much. Welcome, our brother.
I greet you.
I greet you. Thank you so much. Udo Drege, my brother. May Chukwukabema bless you as well. Yeah, you are welcome. The topic, though I did not write the topic there because the video cut at the beginning, then we started again. So I didn't remember to minute the topic there. But the topic is about the demonstration for the rescuement of Nigeria by Sowore, who was arrested. Our people are airing their views. We are not interested. They have a different agenda, and we have a different agenda. What do you think in that issue? And the second issue is Tinubu accusing the kidnappers as Evans and as trying to use our head to do a reconciliation, as they usually do from time to time when there is a problem in the contraption, damnable zoo. They will try to use the Igbos or the Biafrans at large. Possibly.
Yeah, my brother, what I have to say is this. Good evening to all Biafrans. Good evening to all the Igbos, the Jaws, the Shekiris, the Calabari, the Africa, the Calabar, Ogoja, Efik, Akwa Ibom, the Bibio, all of them, the Andonims. I greet all of them. The ones I cannot mention now.
Yeah.
And sisters in the Biafra land. Biafra is a great nation, and the Biafra is a dream that must come to pass. Because we Biafrans are talking about Sowore is that we are Republican in nature. We are people who doesn't like oppression. But as for Sowore, right from time, I don't trust Sowore. I, Matthew Ifeanyi Chimezie, I don't trust Sowore. Sowore is a scammer. He's a scammer. What Sowore is trying to do, Sowore wants to make name for himself. Sowore wants to bring himself into the political system of Nigeria. Sowore wants to do what Oshomole did in Edo State. Oshomole used the people to gain political ground. Oshomole used people to gain political power in the name of NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, during the time of Obasanjo.
Yes.
He worked very well.
Yes.
He made name for himself that take him to become a Edo State governor. He looted the money. From there, he became APC national chairman, constituting nuisance in that country called Nigeria. So that is the style that Sowore is going to. Sowore is why I call him a scammer. When he was contesting for president of Nigeria, Sowore, the way he do his things, Sowore is one of the problems we are facing today in the hands of Buhari. Sowore contributed so much in 2015 to bring Buhari to power. Sowore, after that 2015, maybe Buhari did not settle him very well. 2019 again, they went and packaged Sowore again and bring Sowore. Let me explain how he contributed in 2015. Sowore was among the people who were condemning Jonathan through his Sahara Reporter. He condemned Jonathan so many ways. He condemned Jonathan through Sahara Reporters. Then he come again in 2019 that he wants to become a youth president. That youth president of the team, my brother, that big scam, na lie. Is a lie from the pit of hell. He use and come collect money from all the old young men and young women in Europe, both the ones that are suffering in Europe, working hard to make their money. So what is scam all of them? Say he wants to become youth president, take it back. I say, what you want to take back? For where Buhari then day, Atiku then day, evil people day, that's what they want to go take back. What you want to take back? Now scammer. He used that thing to scam money from everybody. I did tell most of my friends that person Sowore na scammer, they know here. Later, that man in America, what is his name? They call him Ranomigo. He used that one too. Later, that one now realized what Sowore was doing. That one started shouting and crying, and it was too late for that one. Up to today, that one is still crying. Ranomigo is crying in America for what Sowore did about the youth president. So, some of us, I feel for him if truly he was arrested, because I'm a Biafran. I hate oppression.
Yes.
We are Republican in nature. If he's arrested, I feel for him is a bad thing, because he's not supposed to be arrested. Everybody has the right to protest under the law. He's not carrying arm. The revolution or the protest is organizing. They have not shot any gun or anything. So they don't have any rights to arrest him. That one is by the way. So for Sowore, for me, I don't know for you or other Biafrans, but for me,
I am not in support of him being arrested. Let me say my view, and then let me keep this record straight. Okay. The same way our leader tweeted that the suppression we are seeing today is one of those things that will enable people to take their freedom by force. Okay, and that he sent his condolence to him that he should be released. He tagged it a revolution now, okay? And our leader met with him, and Sowore wanted to misinterpret that visit when he made his press briefing back in Nigeria. He said that our leader is now listening to him because that he told our leader to speak on behalf of everybody in the country, that he is fighting for everybody. He should not fight for only Biafrans. He should also fight for other people. But our leader have been fighting for other people from the time he was even in Kuje prison. He talked about Yaya. He talked about Muhammad. He talked about Musa.
Even talk about El Zazaki.
Even talk about El Zazaki. He has been discussing about these things generally in Nigeria. Our leader have laid down a footprint that everybody is following. You see the middle belt, They want to join Biafra now. They say we are not more in the northern region. You see the Yoruba people, they want to follow the footstep of which our leader have laid down already. They want to use it as an advantage. So they want also to use the foundation that our leader have built already within the space of the influence of him being a friend or visited our leader. He wants to use it to push this agenda. He wants to also use to push for his political ambition. Since he can live in USA and live in many countries and still don't understand that Nigeria cannot function with this complex system of the ethnic tribes coming together as one people, when you don't even hear the language of somebody that is 10 kilometers from your place to another place. You understand? This is not a country. We don't fight for one common purpose. So Showore agenda is different. Our leader agenda is different. Where I am very angry with Showore.
Parallel lines.
Yes, where I'm very angry with Showore is the fact that he boasting that our leader is now listening to him. You saw he made a video about Ezazaki, blah blah. He just want to use our leader under the umbrella of our leader to make himself
popular. Want to make himself popular and relevant.
Yes, to make himself relevant. Let's use that word, relevant. Yes. To make himself relevant. Now, we are not sleeping. We are seeing everything. That is why I'm doing this video, asking people, what is your view to his arrest, to this and to this? It was the one boy who brought that issue as an instance. Although I did this is my second video today. I did video today, and also I wanted to discuss Tinubu issue. I told people I have to come back online to discuss it. Well, continue what you're saying. We know what.
Okay, so about that Showore that I'm still saying, Showore, I don't trust him. I don't believe in him. I don't have the same vision with him. Because if you have lived in Europe or America or Asia country, even some parts of Africa, like me, I'm in Italy, my people in Nigeria are not smiling. Even the so-called people that are working in a company or they are still crying. Talk of those people that are in the village, or talk of those people that are not even working. I called my immediate senior brother yesterday. He's working in Lagos in Guinness. He's a Guinness staff. My immediate senior brother. He even still telling me that he wants to leave Nigeria. I said, you when they work, you know so far what they suffer for Europe. He said Nigeria are here. They have turned Nigeria to a hellfire. As in God, if God wants to, when the rapture will take place according to the Holy Book, according to Bible, I believe God will consider those that are living in Nigeria, honestly, because they are already living in here. A place where you cannot feed very well, a place where there is no security, a place where there is no light, a place where there is no good education, a place where there is no good healthcare, a place where there is no pipe borehole water, a place where there is nothing good comes from that place. Nothing good. And they have enough resources.
Nothing good.
Yeah? There is resources there.
Well, they don't have any resources. The resources belongs to the south,
so Biafra,
which is the old eastern region.
They are taking our resources.
That's our resources. They have tried to open a pipeline which will enable them to be processing oil in northern region. They couldn't. They want to they discovered oil in the northern soil, which is a very dry ground.
Oh yeah.
They did it. They spent $50 billion dollars, or $50 billion or billion naira, or whatever currency they spend, about 50 billion. They tried to do it. It did not work. Those money was the West. And that, where is the money coming from? The money is coming from our land.
It's from Biafra land. I'm from, like me now, I'm from Imo State. My state produce oil. We have oil. Even in my constituency, Owerri,
and natural gas.
We have oil. Even Owerri, we have oil.
Also.
We have oil and gas. But there is no impact. There is no benefit from that.
That's why we are not
benefiting everything. Go to oil companies. If you go to oil companies in Port Harcourt, in Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, everywhere, it's being occupied by the Hausa and Yorubas. Do you know that when I was in Port Harcourt, if I come to Europe, if I go to an NPC, in Port Harcourt there, or maybe shared. People you see there is Yoruba and Hausa, and some middle belt. Kogi people. Where are the Rivers people? Where are the Andoni people, the Igbo people, the Ogoni people, the Calabar people, the Akwa Ibom people, the Bayelsa people, the Urobo people? Where are they?
Where are they? That is the question. So now you can see the same thing, that this message goes to those people. That's why it's very good for us to be doing these videos and send out these videos everywhere. People will be oriented. The same people that you see them dying and smiling, suffering and smiling, they are still calling most of them Nigeria go there better. We go fight, say Nigeria go there better.
I want to vote
time. No, which vote we go vote? There's no way they can run a free and fair, a credible democratic election or something that is reasonable that can help a system to function. That the mandate will come from people. It's when people respect individuals, veto individuals, with people's record and everything, you give them government positions, and which will enable their community to have the benefits of the mandate that is being given to the rightful people who will fight for the interests of their own people in all nook and corners of that place. But this is not existing, and that is the reason why we must fight so hard to educate people around us. We must fight so hard to evangelize, not giving up. Because I understand that this evangelism is working very well.
Well,
working. And we will continue. That's what I am encouraging all our sisters. That's why I gave our sisters that preference. I put them online on this call. Anytime I see them, I will also put them online. They are the leaders of tomorrow.
They are doing well.
They are the ones
is doing very well. is doing very well.
They are the ones that will send this message across to the land. People will start listening to them, hearing them, struggling to pass this message to people. People will help to pass their message along. And when they keep on passing this message, people will understand. They will not have any face to even talk about Nigeria anymore. That is why we need patience. Many people are saying, let's run into this or run into that. You have to watch over like this. Watch over. The soft, because nobody watch the so we need to keep up our evangelism.
Do you know what pains me sometimes mostly in the mind? Listen to me, I want to digress a little bit. I still thank God for the life of one of our sister here, one lady here. This Sophia Obaze. I just still thank God for Sister Uwa. She has woken up. It's just unfortunate that some of our brothers and sisters are still, maybe they don't really understand what is happening. I don't know, because I was with some of them some days ago. I tell them that look at the situation of Nigeria. They said Nigeria go soon better. They said Nigeria want better so. You know what I did? I just stand up and leave them, because I said I can't reason with this kind of people.
I can't reason with this kind of people.
I move away from there. What are you telling me? I tell them, the only thing I tell them before I leave, I said, boy, hustle tight. The day where you make money, take help your family, or you make money to help yourself. Now that day, Nigeria better for you. Now come on. I just leave them, because I see that they are not seeing what I'm seeing. They are not seeing what I'm seeing, and they don't have the vision that I have. You understand? Why am I saying all this about that Sister Uwa? Look at some of her people. There is something that happened last year. I shared it in my wall, and I wanted to come live video because of that thing, but due to some circumstances, I've not started doing live video coming on air. I shared that in one thing happened in Edo State. What was that? About one senator, Matthew Rohide, when Buhari was misbehaving last year. About when he spent some money without the notice or the consent of the Senate, he didn't pass through bill and other things. When them passed a bill of no confidence on Buhari, I think it was Senator Samdadi Anyanwu and Baribe and so-called, and one senator from Edo State, Matthew Rohide. They moved the motion for impeachment of Buhari. Do you know that senator reached Edo State? As he's landing in airport, Edo youth mobilize and go and beat that senator. This thing was on Facebook.
I saw that. I saw it.
I saw it.
I saw it. Yes.
I said, what kind of
at the airport? At the airport.
At the airport, they went and beat that senator that he wants to impeach Buhari. They said, say Baba, say Baba. Say you want to impeach, say Baba. Oh, my brother, I cried. I says, look at these people.
Hi.
Look at these people. What did they give? How much they give them? 2,000 naira. 1,000. That is not up to 3 euro. Because of 3 euro. Now you condemn yourself.
I cannot even save your life and your generation. Your generation is at risk.
You are talking about and
you are selling your generation.
You cannot use it to cook a pot of soup. You cannot even use it to buy a bottle of beer. It's about 2 bottles. Because of 2 bottles of beer, you are selling your life out. If you are a person that drink beer, because of 2 bottles of beer. So I cried for those people. I cried for them. So it will take much time for those people to wake up. Look at what is happening in their state now. Look at what Fulani herdsmen is doing to them. Now Fulani herdsmen is everywhere. Okay, that is outside. Let me talk about Tinubu, because you said something about Tinubu.
Yes.
The criminal in Yoruba land. The biggest criminal in Africa is Tinubu. Tinubu is the biggest thief for Africa. Tinubu is a greedy man. Tinubu is a greedy fellow. That's why upon all the money that he has stolen, if you look at him, he looks like spirit. He doesn't even look like a human being.
No.
I was checking something one day. You know Charlie Boy Kuta Pane from Imo State.
Yeah. I know.
You know that if you go and look at Charlie Boy's age, Charlie Boy is even, according to Charlie Boy's age and Tinubu age, Charlie Boy is senior Tinubu. But look at Tinubu. Tinubu looks like my great-grandfather. That's the grave is calling on him to die.
Yes.
So
frog eye with frog eye.
Look at Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy look more young and healthy than Tinubu. Now the evil money where Tinubu they chop, now they worry him. The stolen money, people's blood.
Look at what he did. Look at what he did in Lagos. The time they were doing the systematic coup called election.
Election.
Military.
Election.
You know what I call it? The last election they did, they call election. Military systematic coup. Military systematic coup. That is what they did, and put this guy back in power again. Look at Tinubu was with the bullion van in Lagos, sharing money to all the leaders and all the leaders of Aburo Group, Aburo Organization, Aburo Association of Aburo Group, OPC Group, this group. He was sharing money to them for them to obstruct Lagos election not to change in favor of PDP, for him to win Lagos for APC. So that was why they were obstructing every corner that Igbos want to vote, the massively voted areas of the Igbos. You understand?
Yeah.
That is why you saw those pulling board they were pulling down. That is his agenda. Somebody who have such kind of ideology, he's coming to become a president in a place that the Fulani people are killing people. This same person that will never tell his people the truth because of political ambition, he even sold his people, sold his conscience, sold everything. These people are a devil.
They are evil. They are evil. They are evil. Don't you know that? Look at people. How do you say Nigeria will be good? Nigeria can never be good for one day. That country is cursed. That country is cursed forever. Why? I'm saying this openly. I'm saying it openly. Why am I saying it? I'm saying it openly and confidentially. Why am I saying it? I've seen it. I have the confidence why I'm saying this thing. That country was built under fraud. And that country have taken enough of innocent blood. The country is cursed. The country is messed up. You understand? Okay, the only thing that could have saved that country, the only thing that could have saved that evil entity arranged by the British, that the mafia called Lord Lugard, the only thing that could have helped that country is to call the indigenous people. To call the indigenous people, let's forgive each other, let's come together and see how we can coexist again. But the Hausa, more especially the Hausa Fulanis, don't want that because they know what, because the evil system the corrupt system is favoring them. So they don't want that. So personally, the country must fall because there are bloods that are crying for vengeance. So many bloods are crying for vengeance. That country can never be better again.
Bro, let me correct something. Let me correct something here. Let me correct something here. In no time in your life, in no history or any period of your life that you should think that Nigeria can work again.
It cannot work. It cannot work.
Or coexist. So please, do not give it as a reference of an instance. We are across the Rubicon. We have passed the middle of the Atlantic Ocean in this course spiritually.
No more going back. No more
going back. There is no more going back. There is no way we can adapt or we can be able to think about it as a second chance or just to give it a preferential thought. That thought should be killed. Do not allow it to come in you again. Please, I like what you said. Continue what you're saying. Let me give other people a chance again.
Okay, now in a few minutes, let me just summarize. About Tinubu. Tinubu is evil. Tinubu is an evil man. He's an evil man. Tinubu doesn't care about the life of evil. He's not only wicked in the Igbos, he's wicked in his own people to the Yorubas. He's wicked in his own people to the Yorubas. You understand? So look at they are killing people in Yoruba land. Tinubu are telling you that it's not full and yes, man. It's covering for them because of what? 2023.
2023
if everybody
for
dies, it
presidential.
doesn't concern Tinubu. So far he becomes president 2023. You understand? So he doesn't care about anybody that wants to die, about anything that is happening in the country. It's not his business. So far he becomes president 2023. So my brother, let me give other people a chance to maybe say their own manner.
Thank you.
But what I'm going to say, the last thing I'm going to say before I go, I greet my leader, my prophet, my mentor, the person who opens my eye to see more. I've seen all these things, but the person who still encouraged me more, who opened my eye more, the person that God will bless from generation to generation, the person that his name is going to be written in gold, that has been written in gold, and that is going to take a place in people's hearts, in generations to come's heart. It's nobody than great Mazi. I call him prophet because all his words always come to pass. Now prophet we know they collect tithes. Now pastor we know they collect tithe and offering. Now they can't
do prophecy, they work.
Only prophecy they work. If they collect tithe and offering,
you see how the pastors.
Now they can't work tithe and offering. So I greet him wherever he is. May the land of Biafra bless him. May the land of Biafra protect him. May our ancestors protect him. May the fallen heroes of Biafras and heroines protect him. May he live long. May he live to see Biafra. More grace to his elbow. My brother, God bless you.
Yes.
Go on with your program.
You say.
Ciao.
You say thank you so much. Ciao. Yeah. Yes, it's very good. We all are in line on one position, on one point. We are on, and I will also bring another person, the people that wants to come in. I'm bringing that is Mr. Celestine Oba. Let me see if he can join. I'm trying again to get him online. Your network is... And I am extending the call to another person who is called Temple Raymond. Temple Raymond, I hope you can join now. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. May Chukukika Abiyama bless you. Where are you calling from? And what is your name?
Okay, I'm coming from Italy. My name is Peter Okorie. So I'm happy to be one of this thing here program. So we are not going back for our struggle. Biafra is our religion. So Biafra is not supporter of arresting of Showore. But we have our decision. Our decision is Biafra. So Igbo people make parable say something that kills someone's father. If his son no take time, the same thing that killed father may still kill him too. So we have told, actually, most of us never born before Biafra war. But even interview, everything, they tell us how everything goes. So we to come back today now say this and that. So after, let me say 3 to 4 years, we say we are getting to what we want. We want to go back and now go and join those that killing us right from time more than 100 years ago. Coming, just like we reach where God will create. He said, no, let you go back to war.
Yes.
So we are not against in vision, but our vision is Biafra.
Good.
Simple. Because Showore by himself may say it support Biafra. Let me just put it in that way. But in another way, those that be their father and forefathers, the one that killing our people right from generation coming. You see, and they born them with that the same blood. I think you're getting my point.
I'm getting your point, of course. Yes. So
we need the Biafra. Even Showore by himself through comment, their way the interview that then grant to him where he spoke that he have meet Carlo. Carlo have begin they hear from him. Showore by there, you can hear in comment, he say no one Nigeria to be divided. I think, see, that is he want us to remain in that useless country.
Nonsense.
You see, country that Fulani knows all my this thing in the forest more than me. All the equipment they there to strike my people and me. So I'm not in this Europe because of I'm a slave. I'm in this place because of all this Hausa and Fulani this thing. They are the one that chased us out. You see? So I know many things I miss. If somebody tell me that I want let that Nigeria be one tomorrow, just like the person insulting me, it's a big insult to me. Anything that can cause that country to be, most of us are ready to sacrifice our life. So my brother, the revolution is good for them, for the Yoruba and the Hausa. I can shoot it can be their own decision. Our decision is Biafra. Even my mom in village, he don't know how to pick phone wherever I call her. He always gives someone to help and pick. By today, now you know that Biafra is coming. I will hear the news. By tomorrow or next morning, I go to tell and say, no, that one is not the agenda again. It's a revolution. Revolution of waiting. Where I was, all this cattle area have finished in cassava. All the time he call me from here, send €5, €10 to her to tell buy cassava. Somebody at a farm
and they produce crops, everything, and they even sell it in the local market to solve her needs. Most of people that are living in Europe, most of their parents are doing farming to even send them money. You know?
So my brother, our decision, I know since 2015 where our people begin to they suffer for this Biafra something, how many people they kill and others. I know that some Yoruba, not all of them, some is against the killing of our people. But I never see where Yoruba people take flag, say they want to assist all these people, not to join us, to show say they support us.
They don't support. Why are they not, if they don't support, why are they not saying it?
You see?
Why are they not going to air their view through social media or do videos or do anything? Say, why is Biafrans being killed? How many? Any of them that have done that? Is that not after they started killing in their state?
Their people.
And they started shouting. Now they want to follow the footsteps of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Forget about them. Well, no problem. Let's talk about Tinubu's remark.
Yeah, the Tinubu issue. Even last time ago, Sophia or make a live video. After I call, I tell her one thing. Tinubu, he said that the first kidnapper, this and that, is from advice, whether it's Fulani, this and that. Actually, it's not Fulani. But today, if you look I know say Biafra people, they are 100% of, in corruption or anything.
You say what is not Fulani? I don't understand what
you say. I said the man say whether the first kidnapper advice, whether it's a Fulani.
Yeah.
So make sure say cover up. You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
But everybody naturally says, you may see this when they post today now. One young Igbo guy from this first theater called Gregory. One of his son where they kidnap him. I don't know whether or not today or yesterday they release him.
I saw it. Gregory, child of
when
Gregory.
They interview the guy because they want to know. Yes. Say 100%. All these people is Fulani.
Yes, they speak Fulani 100%.
Yeah. So Tinubu by himself, we know that Tinubu is the worst than Obasanjo. That's we saw Obasanjo, very bad man. Everybody knows that he's bad. That Tinubu is worst evil that they have in Yoruba land.
Yes.
Because of that man never tested.
Demonic. Very demonic. He was the one who is the mandate of all these killings now in Nigeria. Because he was the one who brought Muhammad Buhari in power.
Yeah.
He was the one who moved the Yorubas and asked Yorubas to vote Muhammad Buhari. And they said there will be electricity. Everything will be. Foreign investors will come. Good luck, Jonathan is animal. He's stupid. Don't worry.
The governor of Lagos State example. When the man refused to obey after 4 years, he made sure say that man drop for that seat. If he saw another person, you see. So my brother, all these things, anything Yoruba, we like them, but anything love, we don't want anything. With this thing where we're supposed to get with them, boundary. If it is, say we get our country, as a friend, tell friends their own friends, within them and Morocco. That's why I said too low defense. Our border, we just first say any Yoruba or Fulani we see. We know say maybe it came through flight. All these people, we know how many millions of people where we lost because of all these people.
Those things are going to
continue with them.
Those things are going to be. Yeah, there is going to be. There is no way we can accommodate each other in this kind of mess whereby our villages are on siege. And we are talking that we are one people, one on what, on whose head, on whose sacrifice, on whose sacrificial benefit.
Before I go, let me say, serve someone in Edo State. In my village at that time, I never, all this Fulani and this thing, I don't see them reach 2 or 3 times because of my village is too far to, I'm from Umunoch, local government in Abia State. But after I left and this thing, there is the place that Joseph Carlos say bring Roga, which is the place my people protest now. One village there called Nato. That place now, I say my mom used to buy cassava now. I go to our house everywhere now. It's Fulani. I was a man. Somebody tell me say revolution, let them remain there and kill my people. It's impossible. Somebody from Mali, Senegal. He go come collect my daddy land, he kill my mom or rape my sister. That kind one cannot happen. I have to fight as a man. So my brother, even Tinubu, everybody know about Tinubu is one of the highest evil we have today in Nigeria. Because of why this revolution no go work. Show worry. Now that Tinubu and the Obasanjo, where one chase them go. After you take the
where you want to chase them go? After you take the revolution, how are you? Are you doing revolution to take over? That's one of our brother, one of our brother who called today. That was a very important thing he said. He said, "Are you doing revolution?" Yeah, that's one of our brother. Are you doing the revolution to fight Hausa Fulani that have taken over the villages or taken over everywhere? To stop them, revolution to stop Hausa Fulani from all the atrocities they are doing, or you're doing revolution to take power from Nigerian government, or you're doing the revolution to stop the military, or from supporting Fulani and secretly arming them to kill innocent civilians. What revolution are you doing to stop Nigeria from working, shutting Nigeria down. That guy is somewhere
all
just
this is
resting.
not possible. Other countries, Africa never speak anything one day, be against all these things. When you want to do the revolution, go. How many countries you think that they go to support you for that? Instead of that, self, even in this country where we are, at times they ask us why you come this and that. They deny us anything,
Yes.
but very easy.
Sometimes they can ask you, when are you going home?
Yeah, so you have what it is. And they deny us everything.
When are you going home?
Only thing that they don't deny us. Now to shift to weapon to the government to kill the people. That is the only thing very easy then to do.
Now, in summary, what do you have to say to our people?
All I have to say, my brother, we focus on what we believe. Our belief is in Biafra. Before they say we are not one, we are not in it. Before you don't know me, I don't know you, but I see the program I have to contribute. You have known that now I'm one of your brother, which is the denial before.
You are my brother. I'm from Abia State. I'm from Abia State.
Okay.
I'm from Abia State, from Umuahia.
Okay.
My house is quite close to Nnamdi Kano's house. 10 minutes.
Okay. You see. So why I'm telling you this, my brother, you cannot see breaking bottle. Say you want to pick it and join it together again to be that bottle. It's not possible. But you can see breaking jerry can. You can patch it, begin to manage it for what you want to use it for. Nigeria, we have already said no. We are the one to lose this thing if we go, because we have what it is in another places, but we cannot be slave forever. I'm not happy where I am. I'm in Europe, but I'm not happy. I prefer that my fatherland more than here. So let us focus in Biafra. That is our final. Thank
That's
you.
our final. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
bless you so much. I'm bringing another person in. Thank you, Ise. Yes, we are progressing. We are moving ahead. Everybody have their voice, the right to have their voice be heard.
Yeah.
So, hello, Mr. Victor Anthony. How are you?
I'm fine, my dear. Thank you very much for calling me in.
Yeah, Mr. Victor, I have Mr. Victor.
Yes?
Mr. Victor.
Yeah?
Mr. Victor, before you continue, can you wear your clothes? Because I always demand this. People should, because we don't know where the video might get to. Okay,
Yeah.
so that, just wear a cloth on your body, okay, please.
Okay. It's because of the heat.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Yeah. I have my cloth closer to me.
So we are fighting for Biafra, or fighting for revolution, or fighting for... We know what you are fighting for.
Yeah,
my brother.
For me, I'm fighting for Biafra, and I stand for Biafra, and I will die for Biafra. Constant Conrad, my father fight for it. He's not a coward. He did not give up his faith till the grave. And even me, I will say fight for it. When the time rings, men are all over just putting ear like this, just they wait for the signal. Many are living here in Europe, but they are no more happy. Some have already kept the money for the flight. In case of any signal, they know how to smuggle in.
Yeah, of course, very
everywhere.
Easy. Very easy to go in. Out of airport.
Yes. So my contribution is this. Showore, the people, I can say that the problem he's having over there, that the people he stepped on his toes during his campaign in election. When you step on someone's toe, they will surely come back to you. If we can still recall back, when Sahara reporters are Sahara reporters, they do the interview to my director, Ohamadike One. So what did Showore do? He turned everything upside down. He writes the message of my director upside down. and now he wants my director back. So is you see looking at my director on a red beret, and so we run to the market and get the same type of beret. He think that the same beret he put in and the one of Kano is putting is the same. All red is not red. Our director red has a very big honor, but his own, he's putting it. If we watch Sowore was once an activist. An activist, you don't dare you dabble into politics. Remain on politics, remain neutral as a activist. Immediately you leave an activist, enter into politics. Definitely you have gone away from your track. You know, when train miss a track, definitely emotionally crush. So we have already missed his track. So maybe I don't pray for him to die, because for him to die, surely they must kill him. And the Yoruba are cowards, they can never do anything. Sorry to use this language. I'm so sorry. Therefore, for me, my contribution goes like this: Biafra or nothing. Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. This is what I have to say. We continue our struggling to the Biafran. We are not struggling for the Yorubas. Let them fight for their own. Let them fight on their own. We have already been fighting. They are shedding our bloods. They are not talking anything. You have never seen them comment. Rather, they say they keep silent. Now, it has affected them, and see how we Biafrans we have raised up for him. But his people are still over there sleeping. And my director says the Yorubas are the people that will suffer the last. And I believe they are the one. And I not be say I believe, I'm sure. Because what my director told me is always 1,000,000% correct. So they are going to suffer.
Very, very correct. Yes.
Because if you look at for now, the Yoruba, the Fulanis are controlling all their territories. Then what are we saying? They have already conquered them already. What Fulani is doing there, Fulani is right. If they can ginger us to put us in fear so that they can emerge. But it is very difficult for them. They know that it's very difficult to them. The only thing they will do, they will just attack the sleeping ones of the Yoruba, take all of them, because already Yoruba, we don't know them as a Christian, we don't know them as a Muslim. If you see the Muslim today, tomorrow he tell you say he's a Christian. If you see Christian today, he will tell you say he's a Muslim.
Juju. You see him in the next time in the Juju Baba Alawo place.
Baba Alawo, my dear, and the most worst funniest part is this: all their men of God, I call them men of dogs. Okay, the time Jonathan we are in the power, all of them campaigned. Now Buhari is Jubril is in power. Nobody campaigns. They kill their members, their top members. No 1 million march. Let keep pray, my dear. For how long? I call them. I say, for how long? You cannot kick 1 million march again, only to pray. Definitely, I have been writing on my Facebook wall. The remaining churches of the Yorubas that will turn to Muslim is this Adeboye, Deeper Life, and most of their senior, all of them will turn to Muslim overnight. When the Fulani capture them, they will turn to Muslim overnight. I have been writing this on my wall. Many people are accusing me. Why am I against all these men of God? I tell them, say I'm not against of them, but let them revise their mind and think very well. Okay, my brother, this is what I have to say.
Okay, thank you.
My
so
greeting
much,
to all Biafrans. Oh, hey, Biafra. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, I have also this my brother who wants to come in. So we are all keeping the line open to have a free and a free will contribution for everybody. Chimezie Okorochukwu.
My brother, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Oh.
Yeah, I thank you for what you're doing. I commend you. You're doing a great job. I say, all hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
Today's topic, I've been watching, I've been following your program all the while, and then been hearing all the contributions that the people are making. You know, the only thing that I want to say, I want to just add one or two things. You know, it's very important that we, the Biafrans, understand that we are the target. We are the target.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting me?
I'm hearing you very well.
Whatever thing that is happening in Nigeria, the people that they are targeting is the Biafrans.
Correct. And that is why they usually use us to reconcile among themselves.
Yeah, they always want to use us to reconcile every of their mistakes. That is why when in the 1966 coup, they target Iboku. When Israel, the country, the continent of Israel, have a problem with another Arab country, and then they kill themselves.
They kill us in the northern region. Yes.
America with other people that are northern or Muslim people did something, they target us. You know, so it's uncountable. The time Abiola, when Abarosa Abiola, during the time Abiola problem,
Abiola robbing of his mandate,
1993. Are you getting me?
Also Abiola na akwagoro ya ha na also Abiola.
Na also Abiola 1993.
Kendi na agba ọsọ akwanyu na agbakwa.
It was our businesses that they were targeting, that we are destroying. So every time, which one am I going to count? Is it just massacre or is it Kaduna massacre? I get me. Take him happen. I get me. So we are the people that have been pointed out to be slaughtered. So it is high time we use our brains and stop allowing our hearts to control us. Because the problem we have, we are too emotional. Even me, we are too emotional. Because of our nature, we are Democrat in nature.
Yes.
I get me. So we doesn't like. That's why an able person cannot, or Biafran person cannot stay where they are cheating another person or intimidating another person. He will want to, take the problem in his head, even if he know the person or he doesn't know the person. But we need now to be using our head, not allowing too much of our mind to be ruling us.
There is something somebody wrote here. Yes, I am in support of that. We cannot allow our mind to rule us, okay? Most times because we are emotional, we cannot react because of that emotion or because of that. We are Republicans, we have human feelings, we are different people. But I just want to read out something, one interesting message that this one of our brother wrote here. He said, we were killed in 1945. We were killed in 1967 to 1970. We were killed during the time of Abiola and Abacha. And that should be in 1993. We were killed. We were killed during the time of Mossab.
Mossab.
Massad, yeah. Now we are still being killed in IPOB, being killed during the time of IPOB. This is this recent one. Let Yoruba start the revolution now. We Biafrans cannot be used all the time.
Yes. So
it's a very good point. It's a very good point.
It's a very good point. So we Biafrans cannot be dying for them every time. So let them start it, and then if we can, okay, you know, when the 1966 coup, I get in, before they killed Abi Ironsi, you know, they killed no less than 300 top Biafran military men before they started the program. I get me, the military officers that was slaughtered in a high rank officers, Igbo high rank officers. I get me,
yes.
300 was massacred.
Okay,
before
they're talking about 1,000 people. They're talking about 1,000 people. In addition to that, they're talking about 1,000 military soldiers are killed now. And I'm asking, these 1,000 people that they are mentioned that they killed and buried in a secret grave, are they not the same people, our people? Are they not our people that they are systematically eliminating?
They are the same.
Our people. Yeah,
they are the same. Do you know? Do you know the strategic they are using? They will kill our. They will bring Boko Haram and recruit them into the military, and then our innocent brothers that join the military, they will send them to Sambisa Forest. And then the same Boko Haram, I get me, that they recruited, will allow brother, and will give signal to their brothers, they will slaughter. Why? Because they want to as well depopulate us, both in terms of military. I get it.
Yeah,
these people, we are claiming that they have the popularity, they have the majority in the census that was conducted. They have nothing.
They have nothing. We know. They have nothing. You remember the Asaba genocide? You remember the Asaba genocide?
Asaba genocide that they killed no less than 1,000 men.
At once.
At once.
In a go. Yes. Now you can imagine when they are eliminating men. Our men have all run away from the village and have gone to another country or fighting for their survival there. You see all these things continuously happening. And we are asking, when will this
stop?
There will be an end to this. When? So we need Biafra to protect our generation. Our generation is imminent to threat and imminent to genocide. So that's why we need Biafra. Very, very important, my brother.
That is the reason we need Biafra.
We are prone.
Today, tomorrow, I get it. And we need everyone to join hand. We need everyone to join hand. We are not against a revolution now. We are not against it. But let them.
They can do it. We have a different agenda. Let them start. Let them do.
Let them start. We are already doing. You know, we are not saying let them start as if we are not doing something. We are already doing something. Before they come, we are already on the ground.
Yes.
So they should start doing something. Let us be watching and see how it's going.
Yes.
You know, I applaud they arrested Shore, and I listened what the DSS man said, and the IG of police said, you know, treason, felony, revolution, and so on and so forth, colluding and all the rest of it. I was just laughing at these people that they said they went to school, but they lack common wisdom, they lack common knowledge. I get me. Tribal saying on it that somebody is said is conducting a revolution. You call it a tribal felony. You did not get weapon. It's not with God. I get me. Even if, for instance, now I say that I'm going to kill you, I will kill you. You have not seen me with weapon. It is when you see weapon in my hand, then you defend yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Now, thank you so much. May Chukwuka Abịama bless you. What do you have to tell Tinubu as the last, please?
Tinubu is a bigot. You know,
Bigot,
he is.
real one.
He is. I don't know. I don't know the kind of adjective to use to quantify him. You know, he's just a criminal. He's just a common. He's a common criminal. You know that what I normally pain me is that the people that are wasting their time and wasting their life protecting the criminals, and why the people or somebody that will steal phone, you kill the person, you kill the person and burn the person alive and so on and so forth. But these people have been stealing your future, stealing the future of your grandchildren, the future of, not only that they are stealing the future of the present people, they are stealing the future of their children and their children. I get it. And we are still clapping hand. They are still clapping hand, following them, celebrating them. The lives of Carlos and what is this idiot?
Efrefu, Ohanes Ndibo, and all of them. Ibokwe is a sacrifice. He is a sacrifice. Ibokwe will regret what he has done and what he has been doing. That man is one of the biggest lunatics.
Men have children.
Mad, he's mentally ill. That guy is mentally ill. I don't even want to talk about Ibokwe. Ibokwe is completely mentally ill. What he have political interest? So that man is not normal. Ibokwe is not normal.
My God, my goodness me. I don't know if those people have children, because as I am now, you know, at my age, yet my father is late, but there are some certain things that when I see my father do, I get in my mother, or I see my mother do, I will shun my mother.
Yeah.
You know, I will try to correct him or her. But I don't really know if their children is seeing all these things and they keep silent. Man, anyway, I'm not, you know, because they say a lion begot lion, goat begot goat, fool will equally give birth to fool.
Yes, that is the word we have for Tinubu. Thank you so much, my brother. May Chukwuka Abịama strengthen you and give you the courage to evangelize and to proceed with this evangelism, as we are all indebted to this cause. Thank you. May Chukwuka bless you. Bye for now. Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm slowly coming to an end of today's program, as I do not have one other person to call. I want in summary to say that we have a direction, our people have a direction, and our people have aired their view. From this context of this revolution that is coming, which they said they want to do before the arrest of this young man, we have clearly stated our position that we are not in the same agenda. The agenda is different. Let them start do what they can do possibly, and we are doing already our own, and we have a direction, and we are focusing in the total restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. And Tinubu cannot use their old strategy, dead on arrival strategy, which is anything that happens, they want to use the head of the Igbos to reconcile. Because he wants to become a president now, he wants to use our head to get the presidency. Most of them have said time without now, they don't need Igbos to be the president of Nigeria. What they need is Fulani to become the president of Nigeria. We have left the presidency and said we don't want the presidency. We don't want nothing. We only want our freedom. That is all we are vying and fighting for. Tinubu, enjoy your one Nigeria and continue with your one Nigeria. I'll be rounding up here. From me to you, may Chukwuka Abịama bless you all and bless you so wonderfully. All the people that called in to contribute, we are passing on this message and let everybody know our position in this saga that is going on. We and I'm going to join Radio Biafra now. Though I've started doing the video before Radio Biafra started, I'm going to join Radio Biafra and let us meet in Radio Biafra. Thank you so much. May Chukwu Kabema bless you people, your family, your children, your wives, and your relatives, people who love you, care for them, and watch over them, and watch challenging moment of our life. I wish finally to thank our deputy